and welcome to another evening of Dungeons and Dragons. And I am a DM to a bunch of children.
That was my best one, I think.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Are we done? Are we done now? Can I continue with the introduction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Continue.
I can bring in another Sea Fury if you want, Talia.
No, I'm good.
Anyway, I am your humble dungeon master, Paddy. Here to bring you another installment of the adventures of Armatae. Joining me tonight are the usual motley crew of children. We have Annette as Talia,
Hello.
choking currently.
Yeah.
Ben as both Baldizian and Ert.
Good evening.
Jesus.
Reese as Blossom.
Hello. Hello.
David as Degris.
Hello.
Aaron as Sandal.
Hi.
Steph as Vierna.
Hello.
And Nikki as Fish.
Hello.
Unfortunately, Maria Balatar is still unable to join us, so I will be taking control of that character still. But as to where we left off last time, our adventurers had successfully turned off a weather controlling device in a sunken pre-calamity ship at the bottom of the sea trench. They had then found Elven Mind, a holographic AI of some kind, magical AI, and had salvaged that. They then managed to find what they believed to be the main city of Vodawowed, or part of it, and decided that they had about enough down at the bottom of the ocean, and that they'd gathered enough information, so went back up, made their way back to where they'd left the Swift Retribution, and began their trek back to Maham. During this time, they did a little bit of salvaging, and had a bit of a run-in with a Sea Fury who wanted to steal some of their magical items. It successfully got away with one of them after downing Talia, and after a bit of battle, but the characters managed to recover the rest of their items, and that is where we rejoin them, currently at the bottom of the ocean, in the cave of the Sea Fury.
Just to confirm, last session we did investigate the rest of the cave, didn't we?
You did, yes, and you
Okay.
did discover all the stolen items other than the orb, which the Sea Fury had escaped with.
Awesome.
What item did we not be able to recover? I can't remember.
It was the orb.
The orb that the hags had
yes,
wanted,
the orb,
which or Maya.
Which I'm probably not going to miss truthfully, but...
Might get something else, you never know.
Well, yeah, there is that, but...
But, yes, so you are currently all still at the bottom of the ocean in this cave. Degris, currently a giant octopus. Val astride his giant seahorse steed. What would you all like to do?
I would very much like to heal.
Me
Am
too.
I still in my shell? Because otherwise I need to come out my shell.
I believe
Yes,
you were
I
still
believe
in
you
your
were.
shell, yes.
I'll come out my shell.
Okay, you come out your shell, and the horrible, weird, underwater hag-like creature has gone. Your allies, or travelling companions, however you want to view them, look a bit worse for wear, but they appear to have been victorious.
Shall we get back to the ship?
Yeah.
Hello guys, you look a bit rough.
Yeah, no thanks to you, hiding in your shell.
Yeah, we could have done with an extra pair of hands, to be fair. Talia, how much healing do you need?
I'm on like 15 HP of 45.
Come over here and I'll do lay on hands.
I mean, hello. I'll swim over.
I'll give you 10 HP just so that we can get back to the ship.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we're all going back to the ship.
Okay. So you make your way back up to the ship, the Qualish coming up as well and being brought up using the crane and being stowed back down below.
Does anyone else look really hurt badly?
Not
Or is
bad.
it just...
I think the only one who really took a lot of damage in that fight was Talia.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give a first level cure wounds. Oh,
Okay.
that was on GM layer. It's 10.
Ooh. Wait, you healed me 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Captain
I
Yazabella,
only need 10 more.
Captain Yazabella at this point sees you all get back on the ship and goes, "So, what was that all about?"
Creepy haggy thingy stole our stuff. We had to go back and get it.
I see. Well, glad you got it back. Can we continue on our way now?
Yep. Absolutely.
Sounds like
Alright.
a plan.
Hop to it, lads and lasses! And you watch as the crew make ready and get the ship underway. Technically, this is a new day. Who wants to roll the d20?
Oh no.
I'll have a go.
Who rolled one?
11. Okay. The day is fine. There are few clouds in the sky, and the winds are with you. As you the ship picks up speed, and Isabella goes, "We got a good wind. This should cut down on a bit of travel time." And she just sort of the crew make way, and by the end of the day, you have cut your travel time by 1 day. You are now 1 day away from Maham, as the crew make ready for the night rest.
How far have I gotten on my tinkering on the hot plate?
Roll me
Stole back.
roll me a tinkering check. Let's see what you get. So d20 plus your intelligence plus your proficiency for your tinker's tools.
Okay.
Can I help him in any way?
Yeah, you can assist, which will give him advantage.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Nice.
Have you changed your mic?
No, I'm just really ill.
That
I was
voice
gonna
sounds
say-
deeper than usual. When you first talked, I was like, who the hell is that? Oh, it's David. What?
Thought he didn't sound like himself today.
25. Okay. The hot plate is now at the point where you literally just need to add the fire emitting crystals, the actual power source for this. Everything else is ready and functioning. But like I say, you are missing just these key components that unfortunately you cannot get on a ship.
Very well. Thank you.
No problem. Anything anyone else wants to accomplish before the night's rest?
What? Oh, my sticky keys. That's what the problem was. Sorry, my push to talk button has activated sticky keys, so it kept.
I think that's fixed. I think a large amount of us just want to sleep and regain spell slots and health.
All right. Yep. So the meal that night isn't anything special, as Balasar is still banned from the partially destroyed kitchen, and no one else has offered to cook. So it's just a meager fare of sort of salted meat, hard tack, orange juice, typical sailor's fare. But you all get some divvied out to you, and you get a good meal, and go to your rest. I'm assuming it's the usual watch with Talia?
Yep.
Okay. Because that went so well against the Sea Fury.
Yeah.
Taking a long
Haga will be on the watch as well, so...
Okay, so Haga goes up to
put her snake out to alert as well.
Yes, she can. So takes the moment to activate the snake, set the parameters for the alert spell, and you watch as on the top deck, the snake begins moving around the banister in a continuous circle around the ship. Well fought.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, but the night passes without any incident. You all get a long rest and rejuvenate all your hit points and spell slots.
Yay.
Yep.
Happy days.
The next day dawns, and you can see Yazabella is going, right, last day. Now remember, we might run into that cordon again at the edge of the docks, so we have to be careful. All right.
Just to query
Okay.
something, Paddy. On D&D Beyond, it says that my level of exhaustion that I incurred for taking my
Yes.
underwater thing, I can recover by eating food and drink. Is that correct or not?
You have to take a long rest to get rid of a level of exhaustion.
Okay, which is
So
what we
you have
did
just
last night.
taken a long rest. So
Okay,
yes,
cool.
So your level of exhaustion is now gone.
Happy days. I was just checking.
Okay. So the ship makes its underway. You don't need to roll a d20 for this day. So, as the day progresses, it gets to mid-afternoon, and you can now, by about midday, you can see the coast in the distance, and you can tell that you are getting close to the end of your journey. By about mid-afternoon, you can now see Maham. And as an hour passes, pardon me, sorry, that's that pizza. As an hour passes, you can see, you hear from up in the crow's nest Giffer go, "Shit, Captain, we've got trouble." And she
Not again.
jumps down and goes and whispers to Yazabella, and Yazabella goes, "Right, that's not good. We're not going to have any trouble with the cordon because they're currently attacking the docks."
Oh, that's wonderful. We
Vierna
go ahead.
sighs and then sort of gets herself ready for whatever's about to occur.
And when I say attacking the docks, I don't mean like how they were before, in the little skirmish forces. This looks like a proper full-on assault. Now, it's up to you, lads and lasses. We can either go in and help, or hang back.
I mean, there might not be a town to go to if we don't help.
Well, that's very true. But again, I leave this down to you.
Vierna turns around and says, "I think I'm ready for some sushi."
Yeah. They're attacking the town of my boyfriend, so I'm going to kill them all.
What's
Upon hearing all this,
it,
Xandal
Steve.
just goes to get the Qualish ready.
Okay.
What sushi?
Yazabella goes,
what's sushi?
Should we sneak in the
Drow delicacy.
college?
okay. So Yazabella shouts out, "Right, all hands, battle stations! Let's see what we can do here." And she gives the full sails and starts sailing straight towards the docks.
Should we get in the Qualish and go under and then be like, surprise?
Who would be on the top deck at this point?
I'm on the top deck next to the big green thing.
I think Ert and Val would probably be on the top deck as well, so I'm moving them.
I was
Okay,
gonna
so
say probably
anyone
all of
who
us, to
wants
be
to
honest.
can make me a perception check, please.
Okie dokie.
Might actually help if I was in the game.
That does really help.
Yeah.
20.
20. Okay.
Natural.
Xandal will be under the ship, or below decks, wouldn't he, with the Qualish, yeah?
Okay. Fish and Blossom, you don't see a huge amount, unfortunately. The sun's a bit bright in your eyes as it's currently, well, no, it wouldn't be in your eyes at this point, but the shadows are playing tricks with you, so you're not quite sure what you're seeing. Val, you can make out a lot of shapes in the water heading towards the docks, and you can make out the sound of cannon fire. Talia, with that
Yes.
20, you can see there are a lot. And the main problem you can see is they seem to have summoned 2 giant water elementals who are
Oh.
currently making their way towards the docks.
Great.
But they do not appear to have noticed your approach in the ship.
I will inform everyone on the ship of what I've seen, and this should be a good element of surprise.
How far between us and the first bout of enemies?
From where you currently are, you are currently probably about 500 feet out and closing currently.
Too out of range for me.
How
I
many?
mean, this ship is currently moving at 160 feet per turn.
He just said a
You
lot.
have-
He didn't really say many.
Yeah, you have about 3 turns to decide on what you're doing before you are right up at the edge of this.
Okay.
How many? Do we have a number?
A number of enemies
Roughly.
with the 20. Hang on.
Come on.
What do your tiefling eyes see?
What do your tiefling eyes see?
You're looking at roughly 30 to 40 enemies,
Oof.
Is it
including
Chulz?
her that 20 is not quite enough. So you can see the 2 giant water elementals and then a number of smaller figures.
So, if they're water elementals, am I linked with them anyway? Are they
You
my?
are not, no.
You're gonna see not an elemental. I don't think.
I just wanted to have you them or not.
As we've only got a short amount of time, can I just say what I'm probably going to do is...
AoE.
Oh, sorry, let you go.
No, I was just saying, who's got AoEs, use them.
Yeah, I'm going to move to the basically the bowsprit of the ship, and she's going to do level 4 Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
I'll
And put
Bane
that
of
up.
my life.
I'll do the same thing, but behind her, I'm waiting until I'm 150. And
Yep.
fireball in the biggest cluster that I can see.
Okay. So by this point, you guys have gotten close enough, and you know what? I'll give you a visual. The ship isn't where it is, but let's let you see the combat.
How
At
far?
least
away
the tokens are our allies.
So you guys aren't. This ship is technically not on the map yet. So you are coming from this edge over here. So I will just move all this back. So
I
you
can't
guys-
get the whole map on the bloody overlay. I'm going to have to zoom in and do parts.
So you guys are technically currently sort of just coming in over here.
Right.
The ship's not actually fully on. You're probably about 1 turn off from this so far.
Those water elementals look really sad.
Can I have can I have Val beginning to summon his giant seahorse? Because
Well,
I know
that
it's
takes 10 minutes.
yeah.
Minutes.
Actually, never mind.
Can you let me know when I'm in fireball range?
By this point, being just off of the thing by 80 feet. So if you would back 80 feet from there, you would just be in fireball range of this first group over here.
Are they submerged or?
They are not. They are all currently at the surface.
Get him!
Yeah. What's the radius? Is it 20 feet?
It's a 20-foot radius, I believe, on fireball.
How
just
long
give
will
you
it take to get the Qualish into the water?
It will take a. It depends on how you want to do it, really. If you want to just sort of ram your way out of the ship, probably not very long. If you want to get it out safely, the crew could probably get it out in a turn, maybe 2.
We'll do the safely. We're not sinking our only other means of defending ourselves.
That second aura is the fireball radius. That's probably like the very edge of the range you can hit currently.
Does it hit the elemental or just shy?
Just shy of the elemental.
Alright, I'll fire it.
Okay. Alright, so that is dexterity saving throws for the Quatoa.
Is it accurate now how far away we are?
No. By this point, actually, yes. So you guys, as he's cast this fireball, the ship has now hit this point.
Okay.
So fireball with a DC 14 dex save. 1 Quatoa saves. 1 fails. 1 saves. Chul fails. Hang on. And The Deep Skion fails, so one of the Quatoa has passed, so only takes half damage, which is 12.
Can I also burn my power surge on this?
You may if you want, yes.
Ooh.
I will do that.
These two Quatoa are toast. Just fried fish. This guy takes the full 25.
So that is an extra 3 or 4 force damage on top of the. So.
Okay. So another force damage, but halved for this guy, so 2. So that one Quatoa is looking rough, and these guys take force damage each as well. Okay. All right. It's at this point. We're going to roll initiative. You guys are going to get a surprise round, as these guys were not expecting you at all. So, like I say, if you want to nominate one person to roll a d20 for me,
Ooh.
and that will be your
We'll do
initiative.
it.
Whoops.
Is it a straight
Well,
D20?
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a straight d20, just flat
We'll,
for your.
we'll go with Vierna.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? She rolled first.
Well, it was a
Funny,
14.
I'm sure there'll be
Actually,
plenty
a
of comp
14,
yeah.
yeah.
roll it on later.
Okay. I will
Yeah.
roll for the enemies.
Wait, she rolled 16 or what?
Yeah, that was.
Is
That
a
was
plus
plus
2.
Plus 2.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a flat d20.
Oh, right, I got you.
Yeah.
The defenders.
Do we all need to roll a d20 now?
No,
No.
not with this current initiative system.
Red
Right.
War now.
So, you guys get a surprise round anyway, but then you are first up in the initiative order. So, you all get your normal movement, action, bonus action.
I get sneak if I go first, right?
Yes, because currently you are technically hidden.
May I go first?
You may.
Thank you very much. What shall I do though? That's the question. I guess I'll just shoot with my crossbow for now.
Okay.
Bloody sticky keys. I need to change this bloody push the talk button.
Just going to move this fireball aura out the way currently.
Well, I mean,
Done.
I'll
Oh, he'll
probably,
be back.
I'm probably gonna go for that one.
Okay, you're going to shoot that jewel, alright.
And it's 3d6. Is it?
Yep, 25 hits on the jewel. I mean, it had already rolled your sneak attack on there.
Oh, did it? Oh, I didn't
It's
realise that.
46.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
it's
okay.
10 piercing,
go for
3
that.
necrotic, and 15. Oof, wow. Okay, so that is 28 damage. You just watch as it just flies and sinks into this creature, and it just sort of
Dope rogue
the
stuff.
mandible just sort of go. Blah, blah, blah.
Can I go
Having to
next?
figure out-
I have an idea for Valdisian if you bear with me 2 seconds, because
Oh.
I'm hoping this works.
Okay, I also have an idea. So,
Oh dear.
All the ideas.
Be quick.
Okay.
So if you'd allow me to,
yeah, okay. Tell me what the idea is.
enlarge. You are a lightning dragonborn in an ocean.
Can you
So-
do that after I do my next, do my first turn?
Yeah?
Can you do that next turn?
Yeah? Okay. I can save it for next turn. I
Uh,
imagine I'll be in the Qualish anyway coming up, so...
Because what I want to do first is take my action to slice at the side of the boat with my portal dagger,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take Misty Step to go 30 foot. Yeah, let me just
Okay.
do the measure.
Are you slicing at the inside of the boat or the outside?
I'm creating a portal, so however that works. Basically, I'm trying to create a portal on the boat so that
Or on the deck.
spellcasters can shoot stuff into the portal.
Okay.
And then
Alright.
what I want to do is Misty Step 30 foot
Yep.
to here. And then I'm going to do the other slash in the air in front of these guys.
Okay, so you've done 1 slash here.
Yep.
It's an action to slash, so you have already used your action, so it'll be next turn.
Okay, that's fine. I'm here then.
Yep.
And in that case, if it's an action to slash and I've done a bonus action, there's nothing more I can do that turn.
Okay, so that is you done. Right, who's next from your group?
How's that working exactly? Are we assuming that the portal moves with the ship then?
That's a point.
That's for you guys to find out.
Well, I thought I'd give it a go. I've not used the portal dagger before, so I've got to discover it.
Well, it's because you're slashing through the air rather than into the ship, so I imagine it'll stay where it is, and if we're moving, then...
It's all a learning curve.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
So, who's next?
I mean, I'm just going to do an Eldritch Blast, so...
Yeah, pick your target then.
Fancy.
I am going to go
you... By the way, you would have attuned to the gauntlet if you wanted to during the last long rest.
Oh, yeah, that's a point.
So you can use that if you want to.
Just got to remember what it does. It's a long time since I've actually seen it.
Does that go the same for Talia and me about...
Yes, you would have attuned to any of the items that would have needed attuning.
Oh, my chain. Yes, I forgot about that.
So the gauntlet of, the gauntlet of Eldritch Focus. You, as a bonus action, you choose sword, arrow, or hammer, and then that changes what your Eldritch Blast does. Sword turns it to a 30-foot cone, hitting anyone in front of you in that cone. Arrow turns it to piercing damage, and if you beat the AC of a target by 2 or more, it pierces through, and you roll another attack against another target that's directly behind it.
Okay.
Or you can use hammer, which is bludgeoning damage, and it's then a melee attack.
I'm going to use the gauntlet and switch it to an arrow.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack this beastie here that Talia's already paid.
Yep. Okay, so go ahead and roll your attack.
1 and 2.
Right, so the 14 unfortunately misses. You watch as the blast just sort of hits the chitinous plates and just sort of splashes off. 20, however, does beat its AC by more than 2.
Okay, the damage is...
So you've done 12 damage to that one.
And then another one. Can it be on the same target or another one?
It has to be on the target directly behind it. So in this case, the giant water elemental.
No, I'll give it a go.
Might as well.
No.
Oops.
Hang on. Just loading up that stat block. Apparently it hadn't preloaded like I wanted it to.
I imagine its AC is probably higher than 9.
I will tell you when the web page decides to load. Yeah, it is unfortunately higher than 9. You watch as the blast just goes into the water and just flies out the other side, doing no damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that is Talia, Val, and Vierna who have gone. Who's next? I mean, you guys you don't have to take an action. You can just wait.
Zandal's currently bringing out the apparatus, so
yeah, you and a number of the crew are bringing the apparatus up. So that's spent for now.
That'll be my turn.
Okay.
So, can I swim to get closer to it as an action?
Yeah, you can. Well, that's your movement. So
yes. And then if I do that as a movement, and then can I try and use my Eldritch Blast against that big one?
Yeah, that's fine. So your movement is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That gets you to there. So yeah, you can Eldritch Blast basically anything in sort of a good sort of area around you. So unfortunately 9 is not going to do it.
Well, that was bloody terrible, wasn't it? I've got 2 blasts. Do I have 2 blasts though?
Yes, you do get a second blast. $14 is also not enough, I'm afraid.
For God's sake. What's going on?
The first one just flies wide, the second one hits and again just dissipates against the chitin.
Welcome to my world, Nikki.
I'm getting the trial suppressor next. He's better at rolling.
Okay, so we've got Blossom, Balasar, Urt, and Degris left to take turns. Obviously, I'm going to control Balasar. Balasar is going to wait for the apparatus.
Go ahead, Reese, get in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to there. And if I use my Crimson Right of Lightning on my crossbow, or well, on the bolts.
Yep.
And then I suppose targets again can work. But I'm at disadvantage on everything beyond 30 foot, aren't I?
With a hand crossbow, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hold an action if you want, as Yazabella is going to move the ship. So the ship will move another bit of distance, so you can hold your attack if you want.
How far does it move in a turn?
As far as you guys want it to. She is currently more than happy to just go where you guys want it to go.
Yeah, direct. Everything's in range no matter where we are on this map for me, so... Well, with my crossbow at least. So, yeah, with the ship where you need it.
Yes. I suppose I can hold my action then if I'm in range of this one.
Okay.
Fire at that.
Alright, we'll do Yazabella's turn next then. She is going to move the ship up to here, which should put you within range.
Yeah.
What happens to the portal?
The portal, unfortunately, does not go with you.
Didn't think it would. No,
it was worth knowing.
So there is a portal currently hanging 20 feet in the air above the ocean.
I would suggest not opening the portal, so another one, so that they can't flank us.
24 hits.
It's a d6 on crossbow, isn't it?
Yes, for a hand crossbow.
And 1 lightning.
Nice. Which, because it's in water, turns to 2. So that is 11 damage. Okay. Alright, like I say, Balasar is going to hold his action to get in the Qualish when it gets up to the top deck. So that, or get on it, possibly, rather than in it. Okay. That is Balasar, so is Urt doing anything?
Just to query, can I do Guiding Bolt whilst I have Guardians up? Because it's not a concentration spell.
Can, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, let's pull my spells up. Look at distance. Right, I'm going to Guiding Bolt. Actually, you know what? I'm going to Guiding Bolt the Water Elemental, because Guiding Bolt's 120 foot.
Okay, go for it. Roll your attack.
Level 3.
Okay. Uh, 17 hits. That is 23 points of radiant damage to the Water Elemental.
Nice.
And it is now glowing a vibrant gold, ready for the next attack to have advantage against it.
Okay.
Degris.
Can you put the radius here? Just to see. Well, it'll probably hit the boat if it's there, actually.
Yeah, if you pop it there, it'll hit the boat. If you put it
What
there,
about
it won't.
What about just one over?
Yep,
Will I hit the scion?
you will just clip the scion, yes.
Second fireball.
Okay. Alright. For the Quatoa.
No force thing this time.
Fail. 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 For the Chul. Save. And for the... Whoop. Ah! Dice! Go in the thing. Fail. So the Chul passes, everything else fails. So... Bleh. 3 fried Quatoa. Chul takes half damage, which is 16. And the Deep Skion takes the full damage. Oof. Okay, that hurt them. Okay. And that is the end of your surprise round. Top of initiative. It's your guys' go again.
Woo! Can I go again?
So at this point, the crew have got the Qualish to the top deck. Balasar jumps on the top. And so Xandal, you are free to... Basically, we'll say the Qualish is now in the water next to the ship.
Yeah.
Like there.
Okay, so...
With Balasar on the top. To back. There we go. And Xandal.
And I would say Haggard's in there with him.
Yep.
Okay. So, while we are here, if Valdician is going to be allowing of it.
Yeah.
Bam.
Enlarge. Val,
Enlarge.
you suddenly feel this strange sensation as your limbs stretch, your wings growing out behind you as you increase in size.
Yeah.
What does that do for me stats-wise?
So your attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage, and you have advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Although you are now 8 times heavier, by the way.
Do my wings still carry me?
Your wings do still carry you because they have grown with you.
Okay, cool.
I am going to quickly ask Balasar where he wants me to put this thing.
Balasar just sort of looks down the hatch and goes, just near enemies.
Very well. Whoop.
That worked.
Okay.
I have no action left because I've just cast the spell, but that's it for me.
Okay. Alright.
May I?
Okay.
Can I try out my new spell? My bonus action Darkborn's Flaming Bolt?
Yeah. You may.
Okay,
So you bonus action.
Yes, obviously I don't have a button to press for that. So.
No, you strike the match and hold it underneath the bolt before loading it, and you watch as the bolt glows a bright white, and you can see the heat emanating off of it.
Saying at higher level, 5th level, an extra 1d6, so that would be 2d6 extra damage. Yes.
Yep.
Cool. I will fire my bolt now.
Okay, where are you firing at?
The enemy that is there.
Yep, okay, you will get sneak attack on that because Val is in
Exactly,
combat.
that was my plan. For the extra damage. If I hit, that is. 22. Ooh,
That hits.
I'm rolling good tonight.
So roll your extra 2d6 for the fire damage.
So that's 9 piercing, 3 necrotic, 13 sneak, and 7 fire.
Yeah, hang on, I'm adding up. Hang on, give me a second. 12, 25, plus 7. That is just enough. Val, you're sort of menace. You've grown in size and you're sort of squaring off to this Chul with its mandibles and pincers, and you just watch as you just see like a streak go past your peripheral vision, and there is now just a burnt hole through this creature's forehead as it just
That's precisely what I made that spell for that exact situation. Thank you. And that was my bonus action as well, so that's the end of my turn.
Yeah. It just collapses into the water, just limp. And there is a slight smell of calamari. Okay.
Is the apparatus on the surface?
Yes.
And Balasar's on top of it?
Yes.
He probably looks awesome right now, surfing in.
Maria's missing all the shit.
To be fair, this battle's already squaring up to be awesome. We've got a Dragonborn riding a giant metal lobster and a giant Dragonborn.
Oh, trust me, you haven't seen the defenders take their turn yet.
How big is Val in comparison to the elemental?
So you've doubled in size. So you were originally 6 feet. You are now 12 feet. The elemental is roughly 25 feet in height. So you're about half its size. By the way, Val, this close to the shore, you do see 2 familiar figures stood on the shore amongst the defense force. You see Theodus Quickwinal and Rachna Vale.
Nice. Shall Val jump in next?
If no one else wants to, go ahead.
If you would like to.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Val, seeing that pretty much everybody he was about to go against has been killed, is gonna move to engage the elemental.
Okay.
And he is going to simply go for Mortimer's Lance and just whack this elemental and see what happens. I know it's a water elemental, but he wants to see if the water elemental takes physical damage.
Okay, go ahead.
With the token side, will I be correct in assuming that even though Val is twice as big, the elemental was twice as big again?
Yes, the elemental is a huge creature. 22 hits.
Yes.
Okie doke. 8.
So 8 damage. Okay. Yep. It seems to take the damage. You lunge with Mortimer, and the blade sinks in, and there's the burst of minor.
Don't forget the
damage.
extra 1d4.
Yeah, and the extra 1d4 for your size. Yeah.
And can I pump a smite into that?
You may.
What do I get for a level 2 smite?
For a level 2 smite, that is
at advantage.
Bring it all.
Yes, because it's So roll again to see if you get a crit.
Okay.
Because yes, it is. That's the one that got hit by guiding bolt.
No.
Whoa.
No. So.
What do I get for a level 2 smite?
Level 2 smite would be 3d8.
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
That does another 16 damage.
And you need your D. Oh, you've done your D4. So yep. So another 16 damage. Hang on. Oh, I've got to figure out all this damage now. Why did I agree to ever Dungeon Master? It revolves far too much math. Okay. There we go. So yeah, your first strike, you hit it, and you just watch some of the water splashes away, and it seems to take damage, but it doesn't seem to have phased it overly much.
Okay, and thwack it again.
Okay.
Advantage.
No, the advantage is faded. The guiding bolt faded.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Plus a D4. Plus
so another 12 damage.
I will pump a level 1 smite in, which is 2. Is it 2?
2d8.
2d8.
So another 7 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'd like to Shield of Faith.
Okay. So you just you guys watch as the giant Val flies over to this water elemental and just stabs Mortimer into it twice with bursts of divine energy and splashing of water, and then Val just glows with an ethereal light. Okay. Who's next?
I'll just do my usual. I'll do the arrow on the gauntlet.
Okay.
Again. But this time I'm going to aim for chop over here.
Okay.
And then hopefully if it works I can hit the water elemental behind it.
Okay.
Okay. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. That hits, and that is way above 2 damage. So, way better AC than that creature has. So,
awesome.
So, is the 11 your second shot on the same creature?
That's second shot, yeah.
That does hit the Scion, but it does not pierce through.
Right.
So you get to now roll your attack for the first pierced shot against the elemental. That one does not hit, unfortunately. It pierces through the Skion, leaving just like a gaping hole in the shoulder. But unfortunately, just sort of passes a little wide of the water elemental, actually nearly hitting Val.
Oh, okay. Sorry about.
Okay. Could I swim over to the next 3?
Yep. So you have 40 feet of swim
Yeah,
speed.
40 feet.
So you can get to about there.
Okay, now, oh no, I wanted to use my crossbow, but I don't know if I can get a crossbow too then.
Which crossbow is it you have?
I've got 2, haven't I? I've got the bow and the light. I can go for that big one there.
Light.
So
light crossbow, I believe, should have enough range to hit.
Any of them.
Yeah, any of them.
Which one are we going for, Sam?
Range.
Shall we go? Let's go for the one that looks like the guy from. Yeah, him.
Gion, okay?
Yeah. I can't see my screen's so small. I can't see it.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
We shall call him the Wish version of Predator.
Yeah, it does look a bit like that.
Split chin. Okay, let's see that crossbow bolt. Just waiting for somebody to come through.
I'm on there, I'm on it, I'm just trying to...
There we go. Yep, that does hit. So 8 plus 3, that's 11 damage to him. Oof. Okay, he is looking rough now. Okay, any bonus action you want to take, Fish?
Can I use my fire action?
You've just used your action to fire the crossbow bolt. So
oh no, I think it's a spell, sorry, it's a spell.
If it's a bonus action spell, you do not have any bonus actions, so that's your turn done.
What are you on about? It's my... Sorry.
It's alright. Okay. Who have we got left? So Balasar. Balasar's going to hop over to the other side of the Qualish and is going to make 2 longsword strikes against this Chul. So 15 unfortunately does not hit. Second strike does not hit. You guys need Maria back. You don't want me playing Balasar.
No, apparently not.
Just 2 swings, both just clashing off the chitin, not making any purchase, unfortunately. Okay. So we've got Urt, Degris, and Blossom left to take a turn.
I'm just gonna hit that one again.
Okay. 13 is not enough, unfortunately.
Oh well.
Okay. Is Urt going to do anything this turn?
Yeah, I'm just working it out a second.
Okay.
Probably do second level guiding bolt.
Okay.
And yeah, against the elemental.
Okay, same target. Go ahead and roll your attack. Does not hit, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
Just she goes to shoot it out, and a wave hits the prow of the ship, and she just sort of is jostled, and it just shoots up into the air. It's very pretty.
Can I just check? Is Scorpion Boy in range of Spirit Guardians
He will
now?
be.
Okay.
Yes, he will be in range. Okay. Degris.
I would like to fireball this guy over here.
That group over there. Okay, let me bring the thing across. Hang on. Yeah, the map's too big for me as well. But it kind of had to be this big. This group over here. Yep. So you will get quite a few in that.
A bit lower down.
Bit lower down. Hang on. About there.
Bit lower down. One more.
About there.
There we go.
Yep. Okay. So. Dex
Level 3.
saves. Ooh. Okay. Dex saves all around. Here we go. So for the Kotoa, pass, fail, fail, pass, fail. So 2 pass, but even so 2 pass. So I'm left with. Oof, I'm thinking they wish they didn't pass. They are looking really rough. They're like half charred and just sort of floating in the water.
Did it hit this guy as well?
It did, yes. Ooh, cake, thank you. I've got cake. I will nom that in a minute. What? It's my birthday, I'm allowed cake.
Of course you are.
Anyway, yeah, just these guys are gone as well. Right, the Chules. Fail and fail, so they both take full damage. Down to okay, they seem to have taken a decent chunk of damage. The Warlock fails, takes the full damage. And the Elemental fails, so takes the full damage. Okay. Alright. That is the end of your guys' round. It's now the attacker's turn. Let's get rid of that. So, this guy... So this guy is going to stay there. These guys are going to... They're going to move to there, this Chul. Move to there. It's going to move there. Okay, that's all of their movements done. So, attacks. So the water elemental is going to make 2 slam attacks against you, Val.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
You take... there. 11, 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You must now make me a strength saving throw, which you do have advantage on because of enlarge.
Okay.
You pass. And the second strike is a 17.
Does not hit.
Okay. So you just watch as this water elemental just forms these 2 massive watery arms and just wham! Just one just sort of smashes into your stomach, sort of knocking the wind out of you. The other one comes around and you just manage to bring your arm up to block it. Okay, that's the water elemental done. The other one cannot do anything more this turn. This Chul here is going to make a strike against the Qualish.
Doesn't it need to do a wisdom saving throw first?
Yes, it does actually. You are correct. And it fails.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll the damage.
20.
20 damage. Yikes. Okay. It's still up, so it still gets to make its attack. Actually, this one needs to make one as well. That one fails as well, so it takes the 20. Oh, no. We're not increasing its health, we're decreasing it. There we go. Alright, but the Jewel is going to make 2 strikes against the Qualish. So that does not hit. And does not hit. It's just sort of bashing its claws against the Qualish, unable to make a dent. One of the Quatoa is going to use its action to dash and jump up onto there. Same with this one and this one. These have all jumped on top of the Qualish now. Okay. Nothing else is currently in a position to do much except for the Warlocks. So. What are we going to have the Warlocks do? So, the one next to you, Val, is just going to use a cantrip. So I need you to make a intelligence saving throw, please, Val.
Okay. $20.
20. You save, so you take
I don't know
no
it's
damage.
rolled twice.
That's alright. No, you haven't. It only says the one, so. Okay. So that is okay. This guy is going to Eldritch Blast at one of the guards. And hits. It's a D10 plus spell modifier. It's 10 damage to one of the guards. Are going to do the same. Nope, that one misses. And that one hits. Okay. And that is the attacker's turn for this turn. Now it's the defender's turn. This should be interesting. So,
Let's go!
These guys here can't really do much because Val's there as well. So they're not currently going to do anything. This group here are going to fire their cannon. So, yep, that hits the Quatoa. And we'll deal... Hang on, I've just got to gather up my d10s. Where's that last d10? There it is. Yep. You watch as a cannon blasts and this whole group of Quatoa just gets absolutely decimated. Just wiped out in an instant. The next group are going to make... These 2 cannons are going to fire against this water elemental. And one hits. And that one hits. It's 18. One. 36. Okay. These guys are all going to prep attacks for when enemies get close, and this last cannon is going to fire against that group of Quatoa. Hits. Yep, another group of Quatoa just absolutely wiped out by the cannon fire. over on this far side. Right, and then Theodus and Rachna. Theodus is going to turn and look at you fighting that water elemental Val.
Okay.
Go with that. Going to make a longbow attack. Definitely hits. Longbow, so.
You seem to have gone really quiet.
Have I?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah.
Sorry. Probably because I'm mumbling because I'm doing so much maths. So he does 9 plus 5, so he does 14 damage to that. But it now has to make a charisma saving throw. Seeing as it was an enchanted arrow. That is a fail. So you watch as Theodus draws an arrow from his quiver, mutters a word, and you watch as the arrow just glows like this deep purple. He fires it, and it hits the water elemental, and the water elemental vanishes.
Holy crap, quick one now.
Nice.
A boss.
You just see him sort of grin to himself, and
Right, you need to come with us. Tawa.
but he shouts out, "It'll come back soon."
Oh,
not good for
like a
good.
banishing spell or something. Interesting.
It was a banishing arrow. He
Oh.
turns and is going to use his second attack with his longbow to fire at this guy. Hits. Seven plus. Is that on 6 damage? Okay. That is the end of Theodus's turn currently. Now Rachna. Rachna sort of glances towards the ship where you are, Dergris. Smiles after seeing your fireballs. And you see him point at this group over here.
Summon
And-
meteor.
He brings up, he sort of moves his hand and he's going to cast. It'll come up. Yep, 18 hits all of that, all of them
Ooh.
there.
Would he not be
he-
better off placing it here for more damage?
Yes, yes, he would.
There we go.
Screw you,
Telling
Archmage. And counterspell now. It's okay.
So they all have to make strength saving throws in that sphere. Quatoa are going to probably fail this miserably. Yep, all the Quatoa fail. The Chules, that one passes. That one fails. The Water Elemental fails. And the Skion that's just inside it fails. So they all take the 6 bludgeoning damage, except for the one Chul who takes half. And they are all, if I remember correctly, restrained until they pass a strength saving throw. This one's the one that saved, so it only takes 3. Let me just double check that spell. I've not used it before. Difficult terrain. Oh, and he's going to use the bonus action to cause the lightning bolt to leap from the center of the sphere towards, we're going to say, the water elemental. So, taking the 12 lightning damage as well. Okay. That is the end of the defender's turn. Back to your guys' turn.
Ooh, what should we do now?
I like how when I'm not rolling my own initiative that I roll as a group that I didn't actually get a lower number. Did anyone notice that?
Yeah.
The one time.
Very true.
Yeah.
What was the
I'm
number
gonna
of
wait
the fish?
for.
There was 12, I think, was for the bad guys,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
between.
the were 10. Yeah. It's just the tokens for the bad guys has disappeared.
Yeah. Can I create bonfire? Will it work in the water?
In water?
No.
I didn't think it
will-
would.
It will not work in water.
I don't know if it'll magically
Or can I
Can't
use
do it
my
on the
Eldritch Blast against one of them big uns?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll
Yeah,
your.
I'm just
two
going
Eldritch.
in there and doing it now.
That
Nice.
hits.
Okay, then I've got a second one, so I'm going to go after the second one, or at least
Okay.
towards.
Bloody hell, guys.
That hits as well. Okay.
That's better.
Keep rolling like
Hey.
that.
5 damage to that one. You just watch as fish pops out of the water and just bam, bam, 2 blue streaks of force just fly out and hit these tools, just creating patches of ice on the chitin.
Charlie sees it and she's like, yes, do that! Do more of that!
Okay. Alright, so. Who's next?
Has the ship moved at all?
The ship has moved once. It can move again if you guys want it to.
Sure, why not?
Okay, hang on.
I wondered how it had moved. I was confused with moved spaces.
Hang on, let me just get.
We basically have, or you guys on the ship have to basically give the order.
Well,
Okay.
Yazabella could move it herself if she wanted, but where are you guys wanting it to move?
I was just
Like in the
curious.
middle?
I didn't know if it was moving
the middle?
itself or us.
Yeah, why not?
So, about there?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of give a range of everything.
I mean, doing that makes Spirit Guardians useless against the Chulls.
Oh,
yeah, I
that's the
know.
point.
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
I'd
Well,
rather
maybe-
stay
maybe
where we
not.
are, but that's
Right.
me.
No, we can stay where we are.
Yeah, I
Good
think.
decision.
I mean, she can turn the ship as
how?
well.
Yeah, I was going to say how
So-
mobile is the ship? Because go somewhere like there.
So if she turns the ship, you would be like this.
We're not hitting anything there. Oh, we could go up to that big tool there, but the rest of the enemies there are dead.
Paddy, can I make my turn before we moved?
Yeah. So you want to go back? Hang on.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
You
I
can
would have
put
liked
the
to have
ship
acted
back,
before the
not-
ship went.
Not move the ship.
Right.
I don't
so,
mind the ship moving. I just don't want. I want to do my turn before it moves.
I
Yeah.
was just asking, just in case it was moving itself.
Yeah.
But
I'm not
Well,
putting you on blast.
Right. Move it back.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we know how much weight the apparatus can handle?
The apparatus, probably a fair bit.
Can it handle a gorilla?
Should just about be able to, I think. Yes, it would be close, but it should just about be able to do it.
A giant gorilla?
Yeah, should
Right.
again should just about, I think.
Am I able to reasonably get on top of the Qualish from where I am?
So you, as a gorilla, you are a large creature.
Mhm.
With Balasar already being on the top there and Hagar, you will have some issues.
Oh, I thought
You
Hagar
might,
was
you, might,
inside.
you might knock them off the Qualish. Or lock
No,
I
Haggis
thought
Hagar's
Hagar
out.
was
currently in-
inside.
Hagar's currently inside, but I had a plan. What I'll do though, if he's coming on, I'll move Xandal's token to the back of the ship just so that we're not overlapping.
Yeah, but
Because he's remaining inside, so...
yeah. So if Hagger's inside, there's probably enough room on there for you to get on top without too much issue.
But
As a
not
giant
Balasar.
Donkey Kong surfing.
I'm not that big. I'm not a huge. I'm just large. Wait, hang on.
So large is the same size as the Chul.
Oh wait, giant ape's huge. Never mind.
Oh, giant ape's huge. Then yeah,
Yeah.
you take it.
Oh.
You're the same size as the Qualish. You would literally be like,
Yeah, I wanted to surf the Qualish, but I guess I can't.
That would have been cool.
Never mind. I'll go whenever. It's
Okay.
like- I wasted everyone's time.
No,
Nice fun. Like, there's more enemies here anyway, so you're probably better off.
there'll be a
here
chance.
anyway.
Okay.
Kick Balasar off. Okay.
Just shoot this one. Get my turn out of the way.
yep. So you'll get sneak attack.
How mobile is the Qualish as well? 'Cause I'm probably better
Qualish.
than that, and then
Yeah, 9.
Yes.
The Qualish has a swim speed of 30 feet.
alright.
As I missed, technically I didn't use sneak attacks. Can I box from the great? Oh,
You
I'm
can
probably,
bolt
no, I'm
from the
probably.
great if
Am
you
I
want.
close enough? Hang on. Yeah, I'm within range. Trying to remember where it is on my bloody thing again. Where is it? Oh, it's under attacks, isn't it? It's not under spells.
Yeah.
Bizarrely. There we go.
That
Did that
does
hit?
hit.
Oh,
Yep.
14. I can take that. That
You
ends
can
me
take
turn.
that to the bank. Okay, that Chul is starting to look a little rough now.
Do you want me to?
Okay.
Did you want to jump on Reese?
Yeah, I'm probably getting on the Qualish,
Okay.
and I'll. Can I maintain my Crimson Right on my bolts while I've got it on my? If I put it on my blade as well.
Let me just double check. I believe you should be able to.
So I think it's until you drop the weapon or something. As long as you're holding the weapon.
Crimson Right. You can activate Crimson Right on a single weapon with an energy of a known right of your choice that lasts until you finish a short or long rest. If you aren't holding the weapon at the end, or if you aren't holding the weapon at the end of your turn. So I would say I'd allow that. Yeah, you can have it active on 2 weapons.
Yeah, I'll activate that on my
Just you have
blade
to.
as well.
You just have to be holding them both. So because it's 2 one-handed weapons, you can.
Yeah.
If you'd had to stow the crossbow to get the blade out, the right would have ended on the crossbow.
Yeah, that's fine then. So then I can use the whip against the tool.
Yes. That hits. And the second one misses.
Sure. Four, 8 and then 2 lightning.
So 4 lightning, so 12 damage in total. Oof. Okay, just with a swing, one digs in and just blasts with lightning, the other one it catches in a claw and just chucks it away. But it is looking rough, and this thing is bleeding in large amounts now. Okay, who's next?
I'm just gonna... Oh, never
I'll
mind.
let you go first.
I'm just going to take a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Just to do my normal Eldritch Blast on this one.
Yep.
But if the AC is low enough, will it go through and hit this one?
It should do, yes.
Good.
That arrow thing with your with the Eldritch Invocation, you've got the 300-foot range.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
does it still
does
count?
beat its AC by 2, so that does fly through.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
Awesome.
everyone saw me measuring when I was going through however many of them. If you
So,
aimed
yeah,
it right.
Now make your attack against that one. 18 again, yep, so that hits. hits and goes through.
The 11 misses, though, I think.
Which one were you aiming for behind him? The next one you would have hit would actually be him, which hits, but doesn't beat by 2.
Oh, does that...
The Skion would have been the next one in the line.
Oh, okay.
Behind that jewel.
Awesome.
So that was one Eldritch Blast. You do have another still to use.
Do I?
Yeah, you get 2 Eldritch Blasts a turn. That was just one. Hitting an enemy, punching through, hitting an enemy, punching through, and hitting another enemy.
You only rolled 3 last time.
Yeah, but last time you missed with the second shot.
Oh, does it
Yeah,
carry on like a
Yeah.
skipping stone? Oh,
Yeah. As long as you beat the AC of a target by 2, it continues to pierce.
Yes.
It's getting
So
worse.
no, that one just switches again.
That's good to know.
Shall I come in with my? Shall I come in back in with my Eldritch Blast to see if I can finish it off for you?
You can try.
Didn't you already
But
go?
Oh, I already go.
You went
Not my
first,
go yet.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
Can't remember where
I
we are in turn.
think
The problem
there's
with-
left Xandal,
Remember
Balasar, Dagras, and Urt.
And
Val.
Oh,
Val.
if they've not,
Well.
I could go back to them then if
Oh, and
at
Val,
the end of my
yeah.
turn.
Val's not been yet either.
Oh, and Val.
So what I was going to say for Val is he close enough to see whether the creature in front of him is wearing a slave collar or not?
The
Great.
Skion here, that
Yeah.
one. No, it is not.
Okey-doke. In that case, he's just going to thwack this guy with Mortimer.
Okay. That's a hit.
Okey-doke.
Easily a hit.
And then plus 1d4 for being huge.
Yep. So that's 10 Which one were we doing? One-handed or two-handed?
That was probably two-handed still.
Okay, so 10 damage. Okay, he's looking pretty rough.
And he's going to do the same thing again.
Okay,
17.
hits. So 7 damage and your d4.
A 1.
8 damage. He's still up, but oof, he is on his last legs.
Okey-doke. That's Val done.
Okay. Balasar is just going to take...
Can I just quickly, sorry, can I ask Balasar to take out that one?
Balasar turns and will strike at that one.
Crawling on the Qualish.
I have a plan.
Oh yeah.
Are you just gonna grab them with the
Hits.
claws?
I like a plan.
One each.
And hits, so we'll see how much damage Balasar
Hey,
does.
but now you're rolling like Balasar.
Yeah.
So that is 1 splattered. The next one hit as well. And I don't need to roll the d8. That one's dead as well. So Balasar just turns and just
Very nice.
bisects 2 of these fish creatures.
Get off my Qualish.
And
Nice.
Balasar is going to cast Shield of Faith on themselves as a bonus action. Okay, that's Balasar's
Awesome.
turn done.
Okay, so I'm going to bring the Qualish up here, but
Yep.
turning it so that the last little fish dude is effectively, where's my arrow gone, in line here. So he should be technically right next to him.
Right, so you want to have it turned so that you are... Hang on, where's the turn?
Yeah.
Big crab, dude.
There. Sort of.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Because in a moment. Alright, let's claw this big dude.
Okay.
Oof.
Does not hit, unfortunately. The Qualish just sort of swings its claws and the jewel just bats them aside.
Yeah.
Claw on claw.
And second one.
That's better than that.
Nat
20,
20. Yep, that hits.
Hold on. What's the damage? It's
On the qualish.
46 for a crit. No, it's 2d6 on a hit. I don't
2d6.
know how you do.
2d6, double the damage. Double the dice.
Okay, so 16.
16. That's exactly what it needed. You just watch as this time the claws just slice cleanly through, just bisecting this.
Okay then. And then Balasar will hit, or Balasar and Blossom would hear. Haga, release of acidic refuse.
Oh, you're gonna make him vom?
As Haga comes up here
Yep.
in a
Yep.
straight
25.
line.
So dex saving throws for them.
Yeah.
Fail. And fail. So they both take 18 acid damage. This one just melts into a puddle. And this one. Okay, that one is looking okay, but it took some damage.
Yeah, and I'll take the rest of my movement to just perfectly,
Align the qualish.
yeah, against the last dude.
So like, no. Like that. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So we have left to take their turns Ert and Degras.
Do you want me to
Go
go
ahead,
first?
Dan. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so level 2 guiding bolt against the claw creature nearest it.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. That hits. Yep. So 15 damage.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. And obviously it's now glowing. Alright, Degras.
How weak does the troll look in front of me?
Looking like it's taken a decent amount of damage. It's not like looking like it's on its last legs yet, but it's probably below half.
Okay. Right. To hopefully not have the sign over to the left hit Val, I'll shoot that with a fire bolt.
Okay.
I'll try to, anyway. The 24.
That hits.
16.
That Scion just fries.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Back to chilling.
Okay, and at the end of that turn, the crew are going to make 2 ballista attacks against the Chul. One with advantage. Both of those hit.
Did you redo?
You just watch as 2 ballista bolts just fire into this Chul and just sink deep into it. It's looking pretty rough now. Okay, that's the end of your guys' go. It's the attacker's turn. So, these guys are in the rough terrain. So, they aren't really going very far. They can get about to there, really. Because of the rough terrain, the water elemental can get to there and then hits the barriers. These guys can sort of move there. Start trying to move around. This guy is going to just start running because they're that low on health. This guy gets up onto here, to there. And you guys are pretty much taking care of everything over this side. That Chul needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Fails. Please roll your spirit guardian damage.
Enjoy 18.
You watch as the little pixie Urts just dive and just stab this thing to death by 1,000 pixie cuts. Okay, that one's gonna move up. Okay. Then right. Okay. This guy is going to cast Synaptic Static on this group here, which will get all of them. So intelligence saving throws for the guards. Fails. Theodus. Passes. Rachna. He has advantage against spells anyway. He passes as well, so takes half as much damage. So that's 8d6 psychic. $24, so half as much on these guys. But these guys all take the full 24 and are stunned. So this cannon will not be able to fire this turn. Hup. There we go.
All
right.
the arrows.
All the arrows. Measure, measure, measure. Oh, there is still a Quatoa
We're
alive
just
over
checking
here.
what's in range, aren't we?
This guy's just going to start booking it as well off the map. He's done. He's gone.
Coward.
Basically, yeah. But then, can you blame them? They've just been hit by multiple fireballs.
Yep.
Okay. So that is the end of their go, and at the end of their go, Val, you watch as the air in front of you shimmers, and then with an audible pop, the elemental reappears.
I'm glad I stayed where I was.
But it
Here you go.
does take some damage, if I remember correctly. Oh, it should have taken some extra damage on the hit, but that's my bad. I'll just roll that now. Extra damage. There we go. Right. Defender's turn. So, these cannons over here can't really fire at anything. These guards are all stunned, but these cannons over here can fire. So, one is going to fire at this tool. And hits. For, where's my d8s? Was it d8s? No, it wasn't. It was d10s, wasn't it? I've lost all my dice. There's my dice. That should take 20 damage as a cannonball just smashes into it. Okay, this one over here is going to fire at this tool.
Oh, this sounds a bit weird.
Hits. 11. That one only does 11
Apparently
damage.
we're snake charming.
Yeah.
What's wrong with snake charming?
Nothing.
And then these guys are going to fire at that tool. They miss, unfortunately. Then the rest of these guards are going to make spear strikes against that elemental. One actually hits. 3. That's 7 points of damage. Okay. Right. Theodus is going to do a bit of mopping up. Yeah, he hits that. Just takes him out. And then with his other longbow strike, go to aim up there. Hits. Okay, that's going to be the end of his turn. Rachner. Yeah, you know what? Rachner's decided he doesn't quite like the look of that water elemental over there. He's going to aim at that.
Which one?
He's going to... The furthest one from you guys.
I like it. Oh, disintegrate, yes!
And it fails on the saving throw and takes 75 points of damage. It's not dead, but
Ouch.
Not
fairly
having
close.
a good day.
34. Goddamn maths! Okay, yeah, that water elemental just that you watch as half of the water elemental just like evaporates, and it has to draw up more water to like reform itself. It took a hit just then, and then as a bonus action, yep, he is going to have lightning shoot out and hit it as well from the storm sphere that he still has up.
Just looking through my inventory. Why the hell do I have a loot?
Because you got one from Rowan, probably.
No.
No,
I
you
think
found
I-
one, and
had
it was going to be
broken
one that you were going to give to me, and then you didn't give it to me, so I had to find a different instrument.
Why the hurdy-gurdy?
Yeah, I got a hurdy-gurdy in the end.
Oh, well, I can sell it for cash then.
Isn't this loot one that has a knife that is stuck out the top?
So, it just says
think
standard
so, yeah.
loot.
It was a bard loot, so you took it from the bard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the one that the slave one. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That is the end of the defender's turn. It's your guys' go again.
Can I just say, as the elemental respawned, just as a knee-jerk reaction, Val would have probably just kind of moved it a little bit further back, but at the same time probably launched his breath weapon at it.
Okay. I mean, you can do that as your action this turn if you want.
Yeah, that's going to be my action. I'm just saying he's like kind of shocked and then just like launches lightning out of his mouth.
Okay. So that is a dexterity saving throw.
3d6 and I roll 7.
It fails the saving throw, but it is double damage because it is lightning. So it takes 14. Okay.
I can just imagine how epic that looks, though.
Yeah. You all just watch as this huge dragon ball just rears back and goes. "Pwah!"
Could I have my go so I can go put the little one to bed?
Yeah.
Go on then. Right. I'd like to try and swim over to the jetty as far as I can.
Okay, so 40 feet. So you can get to. Yeah, you can get to the jetty.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try and get to the jetty. To try and. I'm going to see if I can get them ones on the top.
They're the defenders.
Are they defenders?
Uh,
No,
they're on- they're on-
Okay.
Actually,
We knew it.
Beast doesn't know that. Beast doesn't
Okay.
know that.
No, I don't know that. Yeah, I found out that now. I'm going to try and get to the jetty.
Okay.
And then, am I in range of that one on the other jetty for an Eldritch Blast?
Yes, you are easily within range.
Fantastic, that's what I'm doing then.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope the defenders know she's on our side.
They saw you coming in with
Nice.
a. Yep, that hits.
Well, it's pure attack.
Six
defenders.
And I've got another one, haven't I?
You do,
Yeah.
yes.
Will it hit? Is that one dead, or do I need to do it again on that one?
He's still up. He was a completely fresh.
Right,
so-
he's getting it again then.
Oh, that hits again. Yep.
You roll quite consistent. well today.
Yeah,
Remember.
I was going to say.
I'm not much else.
There we go. Okay, that's Fish's turn done. Who's next?
If I
Have my go
may,
yet?
I'm going to use my action to open her up, so they say.
Okay.
Dash,
Everything
dash
you
the
So you can use movement and action to dash the Qualish to here.
Yeah, just to bring everyone up close, and
Okay.
nope, no recharge on that. But Haga is going to rend.
Okay. Oops.
19.
That was wrong.
We're all drowning.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
Ah.
There we go. I was just getting rid of the dead tokens.
The ship is dead.
Yep, 19 hits.
Solid right hook. Pop.
5 force damage. Okay.
And that is me.
Have
Okay.
I had my turn yet?
You have not.
Can I do that then, players?
Yes, you may. Do you want the ship to move at all?
Believe I am within range of. Hang on, I'm on the wrong side.
I mean, is it worth us moving the ship?
In range of the one that's by the Qualish?
What's the range on your crossbow? I mean, it's at least 100 feet on a heavy crossbow, so yes.
Cool. And I will shoot that one.
Okay. With sneak attack if you want it.
1 second. Ah, 21 to
That-
hit.
That
Nice.
does hit. So
6 piercing, 4 necrotic.
20. Are you taking the sneak attack?
Oh, yeah, and 12 sneak attack then, yeah.
So 22 damage in total.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me.
All right. Who's next?
Shall we take a vote? Shall we move the boat?
Yeah, we can
I
move the
don't
boat.
mind.
We're a bit too far away from enemies, so we should probably move forward a bit.
I mean, I can
Okay.
hit them from a distance, but I'm just
So
thinking. you guys
Yazabella
are-
moves the
yeah.
boat
I think-
up to there.
Basically,
We'll use
everyone on
the
the boat
guards.
has range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be nice for us.
Guardians,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Oh, what? So I'm now
What's
looking.
that about?
I love how you've all left
Straight
Val to deal with
through.
this water elemental on his fucking own right now.
Yes,
I
it's
was
doing
working
fine.
on it. I was working on it.
Should I go this? Yeah.
I have absolute faith in you, Val.
Yeah, we believe in you.
Oh, what the damn? Hang on.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna do my arrow eldritch, starting with
This jewel here, I'm guessing.
this one. Yeah. Please hit.
You hit, but unfortunately that isn't. That is an exact hit. So
Okay. My
good that you
second
hit,
one.
but it didn't pierce,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
That one
Second
did.
one does pierce. So
Yeah.
another 11 force damage to your initial target. Okay, and then make your attack against the next jewel. That hits and will pierce.
Okay. Does that
So
mean I
against
can
the
keep
next
going?
jewel again, yep. That hits, but does not pierce.
Okay, thank
Which is
goodness. 'cause
actually
I was
quite
running...
lucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like I'm running out of
Yeah,
enemies
this
here.
is the down point of your 300-foot range. It will just go.
I was like, sorry.
Can you imagine just later on when you're fighting goblins in some woods and you just fire it and about you finish the fight and walk off with fair distance and just find a hunter just flat on the ground.
Just like, oh
Oh
shit.
no.
Followed by a very angry owl bear.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah,
so
that's my turn.
Zandal, Vierna, and Talia have had their turns. Balasar's going to run up to the front here, and he's going to take 2 swings at the Chul. Come on, Balasar.
You're right back. I'll feed the kitties.
Okay, that hits, and the second attack doesn't hit. Drat. But so that is 16 plus a d8 for the necrotic. Oh, nice. So that is 24 damage in total. This Chul is looking hurt. Okay. That's the
Alright.
end of Balasar's turn.
So I try to finish that one off.
Okay. That hits.
I'll get that. So 15 and 2 lightning.
Yep. You just swing and you just slice off its head.
And can I make that gap?
You can attempt to make that gap. Yeah, if you go up to where Balasar is, you've used... I'd say you'd have used 5 feet of movement to get to where you are, so... That's 15. So yeah, your jump distance should be... You may need to make me an athletics check, but it won't be a high DC.
What is jump distance? It's based on your strength, isn't it?
Yeah, jump distance is each meter of your strength bonus, I believe, plus 5.
For a running start.
Yeah.
Strength bonus.
Yes, the plus number.
Well, I've got 0 strength, so
So you can
at
jump
a
5
running
meters.
start,
Okay, I'm back.
I can barely make
With
it.
But with an athletics check, you may be able to make it.
Yeah, I should be fine. Oh, wait, athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, athletics. Because
Ah,
this isn't you're trying to like land nimbly or vault over something. This is a straight run and push off.
sure.
I mean, if you want to change it and you want to try and skip across the Chul's dead floating body to the jetty, that would be an acrobatics check, because that's using a stepping stone, just not a very stable one.
Sure, I can do that as I kill it.
All in for the soggy moggy, yeah?
Yeah, so go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
14.
That's enough. You easily just you leap onto the back of this Chul as it starts to sink, and then push off and land on the jetty.
And then take my second attack against the
Okay,
side. 13.
13 hits.
Fourteen.
19. 19 damage. Okay.
How do you
Okay.
get 19 from that?
14 plus 2. Oh, 16. I'll stick with the 19. I'm feeling kind.
Oh,
Okay, so people we have left to take a turn: Valdizian, and Degris.
Val took his turn at the beginning.
Oh yes, he did. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we've got and Degris left.
Go ahead if you want, Ben.
Okay, it's gonna continue doing what she normally does, and actually this time she's gonna aim for the other water elemental with a level 2 guiding bolt.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
24.
24. That hits.
Oh shit!
And does
24
24 damage.
Ouch!
Oh, the odds
This-
of that happening.
Water elemental looks like it is having real trouble holding itself together now.
She just sits there smugly, like laughing to herself.
It's like, how many second level spell slots does she have left? It can't be many.
She's got 1 second level, 2 third level, and she's got all of her first level.
Fair enough. Okay, so Degris.
You know when we were down in the outpost thing? Not
Mhm.
the outpost, the fish sort of city.
Yeah.
Did I see a giant shark there?
You
didn't
did
sense,
not.
didn't you?
You
Okay.
saw a killer whale,
Oh, that was it.
Let's kill a whale off stats.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, it does.
I literally looked them up last time. It's in my history. It is a challenge rating of 3.
Challenge rate for you.
60-foot
swim speed, 90 hit points.
Polymorph anything. My max is a T-Rex, and I haven't seen a T-Rex. I won't complicate things. Is that radius still 40 feet? Sorry, 20 feet?
The green radius up here is 20 feet, yes.
Could I move that up twice and use a 4th level fireball?
I'm just going to remember where I had it, because that's where the storm sphere was, but yes.
Oh, I mean, move it back down if you need to. I just want to hit everything.
Yeah. Yep, you'll hit everything in there.
Yeah, 4th level fireball.
Okay.
Oh, it's lower than my freeze.
The water elemental passes. The Quatoa fail. The Chules, nat 1, fail. And fail. So the water elemental only takes half damage. But it is still looking rough. Oof. That is low. And the Quatoa, blap. 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 And these guys take full damage. Okay.
Can I use my movement to start heading towards the back of the ship? I mean, I ain't going to be able to move far. I guess I get here. That's my limit, maybe? Or is it less?
Be about there.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Attackers' turns. This water elemental is just going to move here. And is going to whelm those guards. So those guards have to make strength saving throws. Fail. And fail. So they are going to take...
Can I just say that's the first time I've heard the word whelmed being used in a sentence. Everybody's just overwhelmed or underwhelmed, never just whelmed.
Plugging your old thing there. I see what you did there.
That was brilliant.
Okay, these guys have taken quite a chunk of damage just then. Okay. And they are now grappled as well. So, that is that elemental's turn. This Chul is going to get up to here and is going to strike at this guard. Hits, misses, and misses with the tentacles. But does hit with 1 pincer attack. That's 11 damage, and that guard is now grappled. Okay. Who else is actually still alive? This Chul's still alive. It's going to move up to there. This Chul only gets
It started its turn in Spirit Guardians.
This one. Yeah, it did. It did. You're right. I can't wait to use Spirit Guardians against you. 16.
Passes.
On the saving throw.
So...
Passes, so takes half damage. So only takes 8. Okay. But is going to make its move. And this guy is going to skirt around here. Trying to say, oh, there are some still alive down here as well. Move up to there. Move up to there. It's going to Eldritch Blast twice. 1 hit. Doing 10 damage to that guard. These Quatoa are gone. And, right, this guy is going to cast... You watch Blossom as the Scion in front of you turns to look at you, hisses, mutters something under its breath, and then you watch as flame-like shadows wreathe its body, enshrouding it in dark flames, dimming all the light around it. Okay.
Seems ominous.
Right. That's that one done. This one here is going to make 2 Eldritch Blasts against you, Blossom.
Sure.
So that is a 12 to hit
Nope.
and a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
So you take 8 force damage. Okay. Just take it back to combat. Okay, that is the attacker's... Oh no! Sorry, that is not the attacker's turn's done. This water elemental is going to move into your space, completely surrounding you, Val.
Oh shit!
Figured
And
it
is going to whelm you. Could you please make me a strength saving throw? You do have advantage because of the enlarge.
Okie doke.
Oh snaffles! Oh shit!
No.
Oh shit!
That is a fail. So you take you take 27 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you are now grappled.
Cool.
And you are restrained, and you are unable to breathe.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
So, and the elemental is going to move this way, dragging you with it. Okay. That is now the end of the attacker's turns. It's now the defender's turns. Theodus has noticed your problems there, Val, and is going to...
Val's fine. Like... He's just been ignored by everybody else, like, left behind.
Ah.
He's going to fire off an arrow at it. Hits. And you watch as this arrow, as he draws it, it turns pitch black. So he does the... Oh, that was bad. I dropped my dice on my dice.
Dissection.
21 plus 5, that's 26 damage to the water elemental. And then it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Which it fails, so that elemental is now blinded.
Did anyone else hear that reverb?
And he's then going to make his second attack against that anyway. And hits. Doesn't get the extra 2d6. Only does 9 damage that time. Okay. That is Theodus done. Those guards are all going to make crossbow attacks against it. 2 hit. Okay, taking down a bit more health off of it. By the way, Val, you are watching as these arrows and bolts just hit the water around you and sort of just stop floating in front of your face.
That's fine. You've just confirmed a question I was going to ask, whether I can see out of the monster.
You can see out of the monster, yes. Okay, that's them done. The cannons can't fire on anything because everything is now too close. So the guards are just going to make crossbow attacks against what they can. 1 hit down here. And 2 hits there. Those guys are whelmed, so they can't do anything. The rest of them haven't really got anything to shoot at, so they're just going to maintain their posts for now. Right, Rachner. Storm Sphere still up, so he is going to use that. Yep, on that tool that's in it. 16. Yep, that tool is gone. You just watch as a lightning bolt just blasts that tool into pieces. And let's see. Yeah, why not? He is going to turn and look. How in range is he? He can get in range this turn. 30. Yep. You watch as Theodus repeats the same hand movements as he did before.
Would that affect me as well, considering I'm inside it?
It will not, because you technically have total cover.
Okay.
Whilst inside the water elemental. The water elemental fails its saving throw. And the water, you just watch as the water elemental just evaporates around you, Val, leaving you to sort of take in a big lungful of air and sort of catch yourself in the wind as it disappears in steam. Okay. That is the end of the defender's turn. Your guy's turn again.
May I?
You may.
You may.
I'm going to use my crossbow against this one here. Try and help those guards out.
The water elemental? Yep, go ahead. You have advantage as well, because it is the one that was the one that was guiding bolted.
Well,
We'll use the first one's damage, but that does hit. So it is 11...
5 and 14.
So that is, yeah, that water elemental just collapses into a puddle of water as well.
Huh. I'm not in range of anything else. Oh, hang on. If I...
Well, you've
If
used
I
your
move
sneak attack,
forward-
so you don't get bolts from the grave.
Oh, right, yeah, never mind. End of my turn. I forget.
Okay. Alright. Who's next?
Val's gonna very simply use his action to heal himself for 35 points, considering he was on like 9.
Oh shit!
What?
Rachner made the right choice, because at the start of the water elemental's next turn, it would have done another whelm damage to you.
To be fair, I was sat there waiting, about to run down the ship 30 feet, and
Yeah, I
shot at
was waiting.
So,
And alongside that,
But
I'm going to use my movement of bonus action to Misty Step and move to here. And that'll be my
Okay.
turn.
Oh, nice.
Alright. Okay.
Sandal's gonna bring the Qualish up to here
Okay.
and 2 claw attacks at the big fella.
Okay, go ahead.
it's surprisingly working. It does feel faster paced. I like it.
Good. 12 does not hit, unfortunately. 23 does. So 8 damage. Okay.
Okay, let's see whether Haga gets his thing
Regenerates.
back. Yeah. Nope. Still
Nope.
recharging. So punch. No punch.
13 does not hit, unfortunately.
No punch.
No punch. But Balasar is going to make his 2 sword strikes. So, hits and misses. I had one roll like Maria and one not. And the necrotic damage. 7. Okay, so that's 17 damage. Oof, that tool is now looking quite hurt. Okay. Right. So we've had Talia, Val, Balazar, and Sandal. 17 turns from Vierna, Fish, Ert, and Dagnus.
I'm just gonna swing at that.
Oh, and
I think.
Blossom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When you're not in the tracking thing.
Yeah. I need to make a different tracker for this. Okay, 26 does hit.
4, 13 and 4.
Okay. And as you hit it, the shadowy flames around it lash out and hit you for 11 necrotic damage.
Ah, sure.
So it's taken 17 damage.
11, Jesus.
Yeah. But you still have your second attack, it's still up.
Yeah, I suppose that's to be against that one again, isn't it?
Okay, nat 20.
Yep.
You take
Second one for that?
You take 8 necrotic damage from the strike as the shadowy flames leap out at you.
Yep. That's not too bad.
And so that's 8, 16. I mean, you've killed it.
That's
Let's put it that way.
29 in total.
Yeah, you'd killed. It only had 7 HP left.
Sure.
I like that spell.
Which spell was it?
That is Shadow of Moil.
Oh, right, I've not heard of that one.
Basically,
Oh, yeah.
it's similar to Armor of Agathis, except just if anything
yeah.
within 10 feet of you
Oh,
attacks
right.
you, it takes 2d8 necrotic damage for the attempt.
Within 10 feet. I could have moved back and used my whip feet.
Yep.
15 feet.
Yeah, you would have been fine that far away.
And then I jump back onto the
Okay. So we still need Fish, Vierna, Dagnus, and Ert's turns.
For normal people, what are we saying their swim speed would be?
Swim speed would be 15 feet.
And would it
It's
be an
half your
action to
movement speed.
and would it be action to get into the water as well?
It would not.
Okay.
I mean, the ship hasn't moved yet this turn. You can ask for the ship to be
Yeah, I
moved.
was just wondering, should we move the ship? But it doesn't really matter because I think we're all ranged anyway. But
I mean, we could stick
I
the
mean, we
front of
could
the
both
ship
walk
right
all
next
in.
to the enemies, and then they get hit by
Oh, yeah,
spirit
yeah.
guardians.
yeah, we can try and do that.
Would we not be driving over the college to do so now?
Yeah, yeah. I suppose we could drive. Drive. You don't
We go a
drive.
bit
You
further
sail a
forward, I
ship.
guess.
Yeah. I suppose you could kind of swing it round.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah. At an angle, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
yeah.
but
Handbrake
kind of
turn
bring
it.
round like that. Yeah.
using the harpoon thing on a rock to turn around, yeah.
So like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Gotta remember where we all were now.
I mean, that's
go.
also going to use a level 3 guiding bolt against the claw guy again.
Okay. Bear in mind there are more over to the right.
Are there? Okay, hang on.
Yeah. The map extends a bit further.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. Well,
There's a few more. I'm still going to use level 3 against him.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack for Ert.
20.
That hits.
28 damage.
You watch as the guiding bolt
Not
hits,
really
and just in a
damage, no.
flash of divine light, there is no more Chul.
Tasty.
nice.
Okay. Vierna,
Then
Dagnus,
I'll clean
and
this
Fish.
piece up.
Fish, do you want to take your turn?
Okay, I was gonna swim. I want to go swim and try and go underneath the jetty and go for a sneak attack.
Okay.
So getting closer to the one that's left on the shore.
So you can get to there with
Right,
4 feet of movement. If you want to use your action to dash, you can get to there.
Yeah, we'll do.
Don't do that.
Do you know what to do that?
No, because then you can't attack him.
Why? I don't need to attack him just yet. I'm going for stealth.
I mean, you're not a rogue, so you can technically get a sneak attack, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So just get near and just.
We'll get nearer and then we'll go for crossbow.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
what about Eldritch Blast? Okay, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Okay, so who are you Eldritch blasting? The one on the shore up here?
Oh no, the crazy little dude. Just seen the little crazy little dude.
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. "16 hits,
And again.
and again.
Yep.
13 hits. Ooh, he is looking rough.
Okay, so that's the end of my turn.
Yep. He is basically going to die from Spirit Guardians. Okay.
I'm actually going to use my bonus action and turn the arrow off. I'm going to turn it over to the circle.
Okay, so back to normal Eldritch Blast.
And I am going to aim for this guy on the jetty.
Okay.
Oh, bring me for a second, because there's
Yeah,
there's
Yeah,
I was like, wait,
a
she's
couple of others over here. So, there we go.
Okay. Both of those hit.
Yep.
So 15 damage in total.
Oh, it looks
Okay.
like Sandal's drowning.
Oh dear, we've left Sandal behind, but he's not. He's in the college. So. Okay, and Douglas, you're the last one.
Same thing, but with Firebolt.
Okay, go for it.
19,
19 hits.
17.
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah, that dealt some decent damage. Okay, it's the attackers' turns. The attackers have pretty much decided that this is not going in their favour anymore, so it's run time.
I hate it when they run.
Mm.
Especially when you can get away, because it's not happening.
80, yeah, he's off the map.
Run, bitches, run!
So that one, oh, it's in this storm, so it gets stuck there. This one's just gonna 30 to get to there, and that's as far as it can get. Oh no, I'll use its action to dash, so it's another 30. See, am I getting the movement speed right for Chules in water? Yeah, 30 feet. So yeah, that's as far as he can get. Okay, that's the end of their turns.
You've got the one that's stuck in Spirit Guardians as well.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah, little
make his
bitches.
wisdom save. Fails. Go ahead. Don't even bother rolling damage. He's dead.
We gotta roll, we gotta do it.
Couldn't do it officially.
It wouldn't have mattered. You would if you'd rolled 3 once, he would have been dead.
Lol.
Right. Defenders' turns. Quickwinal is going to aim at one of these Chules who's running. Both attacks hit. It's 15, 25 damage to this one. Okay. And he's going to action surge for another 2 attacks. Hits and hits. Another 26 damage. That Chul is looking pretty heavily hurt. Rachna is going to bonus action, use the Storm Sphere for the Lightning Bolt. 6, 9, 10. Oof. That Chul is nearly dead. And he's just going to finish it off with a firebolt.
Ooh, nice.
Crispy. Okay. And you know what? All the cannons are going to open up on this last running chunk.
Yeah.
All the ones that can hit him anyway. Oh, one of those was a nat 20.
Nice.
Look at
And
that.
This is these are it's 4d10. So where did my last d10 go? I think I may have lost a d10. Ah, nuts. I'll have to use a percentile die instead.
All I can imagine hearing from like the sides there is fire all.
30, so 60 damage from that first shot, which was the nat
Oh, let
20.
him get away.
42, 52, 61, and the last one,
I think he might be dead.
81, 80, 83, 85. No, he is still just alive. He is clinging on by like a few hit points.
Can we shoot him?
I want to kill him.
Okay,
Dead.
it's
I'm
your
dead.
guy's turn, so
Can we just shoot all at once? Just be like,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
had it up. Fireball.
Before you do, how far off the map did that chin split go?
The chin split got about 5 feet off, but he did dive under the water.
Oh, bugger. I was
That
gonna...
makes a very little difference to me.
Talia,
There's debris in the water, yes?
there is debris in the water, yes. Yeah, Talia,
Throw
you
some at it?
kill that tool.
Yeah.
Because, I was going to try and Eldritch Blast him, but oh well.
You can still have an attack.
Second level
Like,
catapult.
get him. We don't know.
Second level guiding bolt.
Catapult.
Catapult.
Second
Okay.
level catapult at the
Yep.
chin split.
Okay, go ahead and it's a dex save, isn't it, for him?
It is, yeah.
That's a fail. That's a natural 2.
10 bludgeoning damage as a piece of debris just clocks him in the back of the head.
Okay, he is
He
still
was-
up.
Isn't it? What?
Oh?
I
he's
think there is
he's up, he's
one
still
per-
swimming.
Would guiding bolt
I think
hit?
there's a
That's
He's
120.
close enough. Yeah, that's close enough.
Level 3 guiding bolt.
Yeah.
We ain't holding back now. Oh,
Nat
no.
20.
That 20, yeah.
He's dead now. That would be
21 damage. Plus.
It would be more
Okay,
than
look.
that, technically, but
It would be
Uh,
42, isn't it? Because it's all dice.
yeah.
It's minimum
Yeah,
of 12.
You just see in the distance just the guiding bolt fly off, and then a flash, and just this and nothing.
Before sets it off as well, she kind of motions as if she's got like a bow and arrow, and just like pulls back and then sets off this guiding bolt.
Just for Steph's sake, or Vierna's sake,
Mm.
there's still 2 fishies less than 300 feet running away, aren't there?
They've had a couple of turns. They've got
Ah,
Yeah, they've
quite a
gone.
distance now.
Yeah.
I was like, there's 2 left, and she's got 2.
No.
No,
Vienna's
unfortunately,
bitter
they
about
have
that.
moved away now.
She
Aw,
doesn't like it when people run away.
no, I
She either wants them dead or prisoned.
Yep.
That wasn't too bad.
That was
That was
entertaining.
awesome.
Oh dear,
I
now I've
think
got to try and get the right.
Xandel's going to bring the Koalish up onto shore now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna aim to.
Park up the ship and let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yazabella and the crew bring the ship up to where, as close to the docks as they can, so that you guys can disembark, and the Qualish comes up as well. Val, at this, by a couple of seconds pass, and the enlarged spell does wear off. And Theodus and Rachna sort of are moving amongst the guards, congratulating them, and then see you and come up and go. You see Rachna go, welcome back.
Welcome.
A rather fortuitous time for you to arrive.
Indeed.
It would have been much harder without your assistance, but thank you for arriving when you did. So, I trust that your expedition was a success.
It was illuminating.
Mating is better than the other option, so I think we'll take that.
You've been gone for 2 minutes and the whole town falls to shit. What a...
Ragnar just sort of turns to you and goes, and then he sort of looks at you, Xandal, and then sort of looks at the rest of you and goes, "It's almost a pity you couldn't lose him at the bottom of the ocean."
I mean, he was quite valuable, really. I mean, that Hydra thing that attacked us, we'd be pretty much dead without him, so, yeah.
Well, as much as I would love to hear all about it, it's probably best if we wait and have a debriefing. I will go and inform Emperor Barras of your return, and we will call for you when we are ready. Does that sound...
Oh, sorry, I was going to say Val finally makes it to the rest of the group, slightly out of breath because he's running up the pier.
Shrinking all the time. It's like, ah!
If that sounds amenable to all of you, please go do whatever you think you may need to do, but obviously be available. We will be able to find you to summon you if... And
How is the rest of the town? I'm assuming you managed to keep them at the docks and they didn't get into town and attack anyone.
Yes, we have managed to. They've sent in a few more skirmishes whilst you've been gone. Nothing as big as this. This is the first major assault they've launched.
They seem to be moving their plans forward, I think.
Yes, that's what we felt as well. Hopefully you will be able to maybe shed some light on this, but again, it is best if a story is told when all of the ones who need to hear it are present.
Indeed.
Very well. Theodus, I leave the rest of this in your care. I will go and inform His Majesty. And you watch as Theodus goes, very well. I'll marshal the men and make sure that we're prepared for if any of them try to strike again.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I need a drink.
Drinks? Drinks.
Drinks. Let's go.
Ragnar, by the way, turns around and says, as per the agreement, Xandal, you are free to keep the apparatus. I'm sure it'll fit in well in your tower. And he just sort of stalks off.
We might need it again soon. Who knows?
Out of curiosity, how far away would my tower be from?
It would, depending on which route you took, you could go via your tower to the bar, or the route that the group would normally take would be around the outside of the middle of Maham Halcyon Heights, which is where your tower is. So if they wanted to join you going to your tower, they could just cut through the Halcyon Heights and then up into the Gateway District.
I'll take you to the bar.
We get a lift.
We're gonna ride the Qualish all the way to the Jillian Jester?
Why not?
Sure, that's an entrance. Let's go. I'm going to ride on top.
Okay, so you all position yourselves in and on the Qualish as it just starts clang, 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 clang.
Everyone's just like, what the fuck?
Can I move?
As you move through the Sapphire Docks, you do see the odd, townsperson just sort of stop and stare, and a couple of curtains twitch. A couple of the guards take defensive positions until they sort of recognize who
see me
is
waving to them at the top.
Yeah, because at first they seem to think, oh my god, they've broken through the lines, massive secret. Oh wait, no, okay, this is weird.
Can I move the box that is the AI so that she can actually see out the window? She's been stuck at the bottom of the ocean for like however long. So
yeah.
Xandal will already have her there. He'd
Okay,
been
cool.
using her as like navigation.
EM is just sort of watching everything going past, and just like occasionally she's acting like a small child, just like proper pressed up against the window and pointing at things mutely. Other times you see that she's more watching things like an aged scholar and seems to be taking notes of things. It's a very odd dichotomy. She seems to swap between personalities.
God, we've brought a bloody psychopath home. Personality syndrome.
But you pass through the Sapphire Docks, through the gates into Halcyon Heights, the nicer, more well-to-do area of Maham, with the rolling parklands, the large manor houses. Smack bang in the center, obviously, is this huge black stone sovereign citadel. But Xandal pilots the Qualish around that, more towards the Gateway District, towards a tower you had all seen on your first time coming into Halcyon Heights. This odd stone tower with a couple of chimneys coming out the side, which on your first time you saw smoke coming out of them. It appears to be given a wide berth by most of the other occupants, but Xandal drives the Qualish right up to it.
Talia's gonna like lift the hatch. Is this your place?
It is,
It's pretty cool.
of course. This is my workshop.
I thought we were going to the tavern.
Yeah, any that would want to go to the tavern can get off there, but I am heading.
Oh yeah, I
straight
got
to
off
the
the tavern.
Your tower
Yeah.
is on the way to the tavern.
All right,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I guess we're
Um,
walking the rest of the way then.
Oh no, I'll take him to the tavern and then
Yeah.
bring him back. But
Okay, so you continue on and you go through the northern gates of Halcyon Heights, out into the Gateway District, up to the outside of the Jigging Jester.
You see me rolling.
Talia's just gonna flip off of the Qualish and run inside. Obviously,
Okay.
she wants to see Gunther.
Okay, as you run inside, the atmosphere is quiet, a bit subdued. There are a few patrons in, but they appear to be more sort of there just for something to do rather than actually, being there for a good time at the moment. It's very much a case of, I just need something to eat and drink.
Fair.
You see Rook behind the bar, currently sort of cleaning a glass. You do not currently see Gunter.
Talia's just gonna look around, try and find him. She
Uh,
might
Rook-
actually just run up to the tavern and see Rook and ask him where he is.
Rook looks up, sees you, and it's very hard for a Kenku to smile. They're not really equipped for it, but you get the feeling that he's happy to see you.
Rook, darling, how are you?
Hello, Talia, darling. Nice to see you.
You've been talking to Gunther more.
Not really many people to talk to right now.
That is true. Where is he?
He is upstairs.
Thank you. And then she's gonna run upstairs.
Okay. See. What is everyone else doing at this time? I'm assuming
What
Xandal has.
sort of time is it?
You got to Maham in the late afternoon, so it's now the early evening.
Okay, would merchants still be open?
Which merchant are you thinking of in particular?
I was looking through my spells earlier, and some of them require materials.
So, as you pass through the Sapphire Docks, you would have passed through the Patchwork Bazaar. A couple of the stalls there were still open.
I'd
That is the
probably have
most.
jumped off and had a look for some like spell materials.
Yeah, there is. The others could have pointed you towards a stall they've used before that sells components. Normally, it deals with the trainee mages from the Arcane Academy, but he has a wide variety of components. What
Okay.
in particular were you looking for?
So I don't actually know how it's pronounced. A chip of mica.
A chip of mica. Yes.
Mica.
Yeah, he's got that quite. He
What's
just thought
that?
that mica is like a greenish mineral. It's like a piece of
Oh,
stone.
right. Okay.
He gets one of those out and pops it in a bag, and he's like, "Yes, not a problem. That will be 5 silver."
Okay. Have you got any more of those?
Yes. Does your spell consume it?
I don't.
If it doesn't say it consumes it, then you can reuse the same piece of mica over and over again. What spell is it?
Shatter.
Shatter. Let me have a look. I don't believe that
I
consumes
don't think it does.
components.
No. In fact, I
No.
don't think any
No.
of my spells.
No, that does
actually
not. So you
consume
just need a single chip of mica to cast that multiple times.
them. Okay. And I don't suppose you have any white feathers?
Yes, he sort of brings out a selection. You can see there's various different types. He's like, anything in particular?
A white feather will do, thank you.
Well, he selects a couple of what looks, you probably guess are like duck feathers, and he places them down, and he's like, total comes to 10 silver now.
10 silver. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your business. Please, if you need any more components, come back.
I will. So, just want to make sure I'm playing by the rules.
Yep. But yeah, you catch back up to the Qualish and hitch the rest of the ride on the way. Okay.
Yeah. I think whoever's stopping off at the Jester or wherever they're stopping off, Sandal will drop them off. But if anyone wanted to see his workshop, he's more than happy to show them.
I will.
But he will be keeping M on him for safety keeping.
Yep.
Or with him.
Okay, so Sandal and Derglis set off in the Qualish.
Before I go back with him,
yep.
I would like to go into my room.
Yep.
Retrieve my father's warhammer that he gave me.
Yep.
And my signet ring, and put them back on.
Okay. All right.
And then go back with him.
Okay. Okay, so the rest of you watch as Derglis nips upstairs, comes back down with the hammer. That's the only discernible thing you guys can tell that he's picked up. Gets back into the Qualish, and what you watch as it stamps off back to Halcyon Heights. Okay. Talia, you run upstairs. What room are you checking?
That's a good question. I guess I'll check his room first.
Okay, you go to his room. His room is currently empty.
I run to mine.
Okay, you run to your room, and opening it up, you see Gunter currently asleep in your bed.
Aww. I'm gonna pounce on him.
What? Who is it?
I'm back.
Sorry, but too late. He rolled a nat 1, so a fist just flies past your head.
Can I use evasion to dodge?
It would be uncanny dodge rather than evasion.
Yeah, that one. I forget which one.
He didn't hit anyway, so he sort of goes, "But Talia, darling, welcome back."
I'm back. I nearly died again. It was horrible.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Come here and let Gunter make it all better. And he pulls you into a tight hug.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anything else everyone else is doing?
I'll make my way back, because I'll have told the crew to go on without me while I was getting my gear.
Okay.
And then I'll just eventually slowly have a walk up, stretch my legs.
Haven't eaten a combination of burnt food, poisonous food, really far too...
Val
just wants a good meal.
The kitchen, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just gonna basically order food for the table and just get a load of nice food for the table.
Rook
so that when people come down,
and heads into the kitchen and comes back out with just platters. He's got platters of roasted meats and sausages and bacon. Another platter that's just filled with like pancakes and waffles.
And that's just for Balasar.
He's obviously been cooking up a storm in there. There's a platter of what looks like nicely grilled and roasted vegetables. There's flagons of juice, ale, wine, water. He takes it all up to the balcony where your table is and places them all down.
When Val's asking for the food, can he whisper to Rook and just say, "Can you make a giant cake with a smiley face on it for Ert?"
Yeah. And he, after he's brought out all these platters, you see him sort of wink at you and go back to the kitchen, obviously, to begin making this. By the way, so the ones who are actually there currently would be Val, Ert, and Blossom. Could you three make me perception checks?
Oh no.
Nope.
Bear with me.
Oh, Valasar would be there as well, so make a perception check for him.
Bit better.
Yeah,
Oh.
Valasar's deep in the food. It wasn't a high C. Wasn't a high DC, so Urt and Blossom. Val, you're a bit too taken up with ordering this cake. Urt and Blossom, you notice there's 2 new portraits
Oh God. What has he
behind
done?
the chairs.
Gunter.
One is of Blossom. Not quite fetching, really. It shows her dancing amongst sort of falling cherry blossom, whipping her whip blade around herself, and it's going around her in a helix-like pattern. And it almost looks like she's doing some sort of elegant but deadly dance.
That's pretty cool.
That's good.
The other one, shows Degris.
Oh God, Gunter, what have you done?
It shows Degris standing with his hands on his hammer, looking extremely proud. And Blossom, you don't notice this, but with Ertz, she does. There is a goblin peeking around the corner of his cheek.
Aw.
I thought, I
Nice.
honestly thought you were about to say it was
I thought you were going to
Dagus
say he was naked.
naked,
That's what I
covering his
thought.
body, like his.
No, you get the feeling Gunter's tried to keep this as nice as possible, but then couldn't help but add something.
That's nice.
But yeah, there's not one of Vierna yet. You get the feeling Gunter's probably still working on that one.
What's in this workshop?
So Xandal and Degris, you get back to Xandal's tower. I will leave the description down to Xandal.
So as you come to the tower, you would see Xandal just sort of like skirt around it for a moment. As you see hidden away some very large doors, clearly meant to house very large items.
Like a garage door? Like-
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just
Okay.
bigger. As it's hidden amongst like shrubbery and stuff like that. It's
hmm
as he gets out of the koala, he opens the door, comes back
With his
in,
little
and
remote
you-
control, he's like, bleep.
I was about to say, I thought he would have sent Hagar to do that.
No, he'd do it himself. He'd go down. You descend instead of ascend, as you enter into a large warehouse with not much inside, just like a few experiments and very sort of like valuable machines that clearly work. Once the Qualish is parked up and the garage doors effectively are shut, Xandal and Hagar will lead you into the main tower itself, to which you would find pretty much a complete state of lots of various failed inventions, just sort of like heaped around, and a very clear path which you assume has been done by Hagar.
Are there any prototypes of Hagar's design or of other animals?
There would be, yes.
I'm just imagining all sorts of sizes and maybe one
You
that was a
would
bit too
find-
ambitious.
You would find a lot of primarily bipedal states of what would have been eventually Hagar. And it's clear by the shape of the legs and the height that Xandal, for being someone so short, has a hard time of working out the balancing issues of taller things.
Do I see a random golem in the middle.
You wouldn't see a golem. Just for one thing, you would have noticed going through the downstairs there, Goodness. You would have seen a couple of machines that you could possibly, through the warehouse, the initial warehouse, the few machines that were there, you probably would have been able to identify one as being a tunneler, very similar to what dwarves use.
Oh, right. How big is a tunneler?
It's not huge. Think obviously it's like a big drill, but it's like meant to be like gang, crew manned. So it would take about 4 or 5 dwarves to move this, but it's what the dwarves would primarily use for tunneling new mine shafts.
So about SUV size?
Yeah, maybe a little bit smaller.
Right.
Because bear in mind, dwarves aren't huge.
Yeah. I guess I'm just looking around and kind of wonder, as I'm assuming Xandal's telling me about this is that, this is this, and then I'm like, okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, you can see classic arcane components here, things that you definitely recognize, and then there are things that are just completely alien. And there's some like arcane components that have been put together in ways you would never think to do, because it just isn't done in arcane circles. It doesn't produce any worthwhile results for magic, but obviously does for artificing.
Yeah.
I mean, Xandal probably shows you at one point he's got like a fire elemental crystal and a water elemental crystal, and if you combine them together it produces steam, which to you is completely pointless. Steam isn't useful for anything, but for Xandal, that's generating steam he can use for a steam engine. That's steam he can use for power.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, pretty much. Xandal's just explaining a whole lot of like very alien stuff to you as he's wandering around. But he the one thing that he explains for a lot of his failed experiments is that the reason that they have failed is the generation of energy to power these is currently at a state of such inefficiency that he just cannot get them working.
Right.
Fair enough.
Where are you putting the Qualash?
The Qualash is hidden, what you would assume is completely underground underneath the tower.
Yeah, how far down did we go, roughly, in your tower?
You would have gone... So the tower itself is a 3-story tower. Each floor is about 10 feet in height. But the underground, you would have gone down about 20 feet. Down the slope. So, and you could see that Xandal has lined the walls with lead to prevent any sort of scrying or magical leakage or anything like that.
Don't want anyone to know his trade secrets.
Imagining probably the Thunderbirds base. That's what's in my head at the moment.
Yeah.
Kind of
effectively, yeah. It's like that and the Batcave, like mixed.
But it's pleasant outside. Like, it's not just. I mean, it's in the city, right? So it kind of fits in.
His tower is in the noble section of the city. This is the same section of the city that houses the sovereign citadel, the palace.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look garish by comparison. Like,
the tower looks completely garish.
Oh, the
tower clashes against everything. Like, everything else around it is elegant mansions and noble houses and beautiful, like, minor palaces and temples. And then there's just this tower. It looks like it originally was built to try and fit in, and then over time Xandal has just adapted it to his needs. And it's just broken the outer facade.
As we're wandering through, I'm just going to check for post.
Okay.
Stuff as it sounds. You know the sort of post that I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes.
What did he order off Amazon?
There is a package that has been left inside your tower. It is a package of 2,000 gold pieces
Oh.
and a note saying, "Your monthly retainer, son." With with
we've got a rich daddy.
just your house crest.
Yeah.
Stamped on the bottom.
Aha. Thanks, Dad.
While he's looking at that, I'm
welcoming-
just looking at
very
loose
helpful.
things. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's fine.
So, what are you doing now?
Well, firstly, I came to get this because I'm going to need it. Secondly, I need to find something because I think I may have worked out how to do it.
Find what?
He basically leads you up to where his main workshop is, and you would find that it's probably the tidiest area in the entire tower. Where it'll have like all of his workstations, his alchemy stations, and runic stations, etc.
Yeah, I mean, Dagris, looking at this, like you were shocked when there was an enchanter's table in the Jigging Jester.
Mhm.
In this room, there is an enchanter's table. There is a smith's area. There is a tinkering table. There is a station here for every potential type of craft Xandal thinks he may have need, with the best materials money can buy on all of them.
Holy crap.
And he basically gets Haga to lift him up to a shelf, and he takes a small, what seems to be a hummingbird-shaped machine.
So really tiny, is what I'm guessing.
It's tiny.
Ah, okay.
Fit in the palm of your
Yeah.
hand kind of stuff, I imagine.
Yeah.
What? What's that?
That I need. I think if I work it out right, it is another assistant.
Oh,
I just
Right.
need a gem.
what kind of gem?
Any gem. It's got to be of a certain value, though, so it's got to have a certain clarity to it.
What's the value?
Bear with me. I've got to look it up now.
I'm sorry, I
Um,
thought you knew off the cuff.
No, if I remember right, it's 100 gold.
Hang on. Artificer.
It's part of the infusions.
Yeah. Let me just find the infusion.
Homunculus servant. Yeah, gem or crystal worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Do you not have one around this massive place?
That would be up to our DM.
You have a number of crystals around, but you currently don't have any worth that value. Most of what you've got sort of trash or have already been broken in previous experiments. A lot of the ones that you have that would be worth that value are elemental crystals, which probably
are currently being used for other things.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would have here fire gems though if you wanted to complete your hot plate.
I will claim them and ready to complete the hot plate.
Okay.
So, assuming you find that gem, what do you do after that?
Well, once it's inserted in, and I infuse various magical aspects, it is a very handy little creature.
Does it fly?
It will fly.
Ooh.
Basically a familiar, right?
Effectively, yes.
Not quite. Homunculus servant is different in that it can attack. And it can channel magic the same way a familiar can. But it has some extra bonuses, and he can't share its vision.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Interesting.
More like a tiny version of Haga.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that robot thing?
Which robot thing?
The one we found in the ship.
Oh,
Oh,
M is, by the way, in your hand as a hologram, just staring at everything.
I
could you
have
put
a
her
few
in the
ideas.
homunculus thing? Just saying.
You're not
Oh,
there.
I have ideas.
I mean,
It's...
like what?
I can craft her a body. One that she can use on her own.
Is she visibly reacting to this conversation?
She is, and she's smiling and sort of jumping around quite happily.
The issue is power for the body.
It's at this point M starts waving to get your attention.
I look down.
She seems to focus for a second, and her finger glows just enough to leave a trail in the air, and she starts scrawling equations. Make me a intelligence check.
Okay.
Go
Ooh,
Xandor.
teach-
Go Xandor. Go Xandor.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Ah.
Ooh.
And it's going to
Not
take you a bit of
terrible.
deciphering later on, but from the rudimentary grasp that you get from what you see, this is equations for how to... The previous problems you've had is any crystal that you have used has not been powerful enough. And you've always thought that you
Yeah.
needed to get a bigger crystal. What she is showing you here is a way to take multiple crystals and array them in such a way that they create a matrix, a crystalline matrix, which will amplify the minor power of each crystal to make a bigger power supply from each minor power that's being fed into it. So rather than having to get one big crystal, you could use 5 small ones aligned in a pentagram so that they are feeding into each other, and the feedback loop will produce enough power.
ooh.
But to get it exactly right, you are going to have to spend some time deciphering these equations.
Yeah.
But with a 10, you get enough of the general gist of what she's trying to get across.
Yeah. So, with that done, there is literally nothing else for me to do here other than go shopping for a nice gem or crystal.
Wait, before you go, real quick.
Yes.
You're okay
Yes.
having that thing be around?
Of course.
Right, okay. It's just...
Pose no
M
threat.
is
It's fine.
glaring at you, Degris, and tapping her foot for being called a thing.
Yeah, I'm not bothered.
Aw.
Just,
Vegas doesn't care about feelings.
you
What
know,
do want?
just... You know, calamity happened and... You know, well, whatever. I mean, you know more about this crap than I do. Don't mean crap, you know what I mean? It's out of my area, but... Just...
She's in a world brand new to her. If she attempts to pose a threat, she'll be lost to time. And I highly doubt she wants that.
She shakes her head quite vigorously.
Alright. I'll follow you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But...
As you two leave
Oh, sorry.
the tower,
I just gotta, before I actually get out the door, I'm gonna look around his workshop again.
Yeah.
Not look around, I'm just gonna have a glance.
Yeah.
I'm leaving, Xandor.
You're leaving?
Huh?
Yeah. I was mulling it over on the trip back, but
How come?
finding the forge.
The forge.
You see, when I came out here, I may have told you about it, but I was looking for artifacts of dwarven design.
Of course.
There was a few places. The Drake Crags was one, and the Nullatar Spires was another. Now, naturally, finding Moradin's Forge eclipses all of it. But I sent a message to my mother, and I'm aware of how silly jumbled up words and phrases about Moradin's Forge may think, even of my own mother, that I'm crazy. But knowing that what's about to come, I need to go home. I need to tell my people what's happening out here. And I need to make sure that that forge is safe.
Well, if I may offer an idea for you. You see, I am just as interested in that forge as you are. I expressed my interest to you before, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
There is also something else within that ravine that I am after acquiring in its entirety.
The boat?
Exactly. It is going to take time and funds that I imagine neither of us have to safely venture and acquire everything, including the knowledge of that forge. I have ideas that I've been working on since re-embarking the ship. If you allow us just a little while longer of your time, if your friends would have me further.
I
Because
understand,
you're very
but
interesting fellows.
I understand, and they're good enough, but my place isn't with them. It's never been. I've appreciated their company and they've took me in as part of their own. But I need to go back to my clan. Because Moradin's Forge is bigger than one mere dwarf to know. I have to tell them. I have to make sure it's safe.
And we shall tell them.
Aye,
Sure.
but I have the magic of sending messages. I'll let you know when I arrive. And then if you want to correspond in the future, I'll be glad to take you to the City of Blades myself on a return trip. But for the moment, Xandel, my place is elsewhere. And I'm going to start making my way towards the Jigging Jester again.
Okay. Alright. So, as you two leave there, we'll cut back to the Jigging Jester. Talia, after you and Gunter have spent some time reacquainting, you go back downstairs. Go back downstairs, both slightly
I almost died on my drink.
slightly dishevelled, to rejoin the rest of the group. Vierna has arrived by this point as well and is enjoying some of the fine foods. Rook has also brought out the cake by this point, and it is a lovely two-tiered chocolate cake with white icing done in the shape of a beautiful smiley face. And he places it in front of who squeals happily and happily digs in. Currently, she is fighting off Balasar, who is trying to steal a slice. And Gunter goes, good, you're all here. Actually, something arrived for all of you. And he jumps behind the bar and comes back with a couple of sheets of paper. Another letter from Raren. He passes it over to you, Val.
Okay. Do I need to go into the...
Yeah, I am adding them to your journal now.
It's been that long since I wrote it, I can't even remember what it says.
Not my fault.
Is this letter from Rowan 3 and 4?
No, letter from round 2.1 and 2.2.
Oh, okay. What?
I have a 2 and a 2.1.
Hang on.
Okay.
I'm showing them two players. There we go. There should be two pop-ups there.
1, 2, 3, and 4 is what I see.
Yeah, I think he's just handed them over to Val first, and then.
Sorry.
All players. There we
The
go.
players, so I wasn't sure.
There we go.
Adam.
All players. There we go.
And Val reads it out, but obviously he's got Rowan's voice in the background, so Rowan can read it out.
Well, to be fair, Rowan didn't read the others out. You just read it in your own time, so.
Yeah. It's more than very small on screen. I may have to go get my glasses. I can't see that at all.
Do you want me to read it out?
I mean, you can click it and zoom
I
it.
can zoom in and read it.
Yeah, I can't zoom in because I've got the stream up. That's
Ah,
my
okay,
issue.
Do you want me to read it?
Well, whoever.
I was going to say, since I'm Rowan.
It would make
you
sense
do it.
that Rowan
Do it.
reads it.
That's because she'd said before that
Yeah.
she'd not read the others. I didn't know if she wanted to.
So it says, my dear friends Armatae, during my stay here at Minsk Bengali, I've been staying at a nice little inn called Wind and Sails. It's rather more subdued than the Jig and Jester, but I rather miss the quirkiness that Gunther has talent for bringing. That being said, it's a decent inn. There are two others in town. One is a little rough, the other is full of nobles. I apologise, I'm not a person who usually judges other races, but being back here has just brought it all back to me. After being shunned by elves all over the town, I finally got to the Seafoam ward and to meet Gerald today. He took me to a secret safe house cellar to meet with another half-elf called Jasper. He is the leader to this Dark Dawn I heard about. He wants to recruit me to the cause. No more oppression of half-elves and lower classes, he says, and a call for fair government, one I could get behind. However, they have asked me to collect info and spread the word. All this way to play music in some taverns and hand out pamphlets. I'm afraid I can't tell you the secret meeting location. One day you may need to find it here for yourself. Should you ever find yourself in town, don't worry though, there is no actual motive or reason still to rush here. I'll play along for now, but if this is all I am here for, I will most likely see you back in Maham. Oh, I will let you know by the end of the week, Rowan.
That sounds like she's doing well.
Indeed.
And certainly uncovering a lot of the mysteries that's going on over there.
Well, that is good. Hopefully she hasn't been hit too badly by all this sea nastiness.
Yes. How fare the other towns, have you heard? Any news?
Not really. Ingbrook is supposedly doing as fine as it always does. It's not exactly easy to get past any of their wards or defenses anyway. Minas Pengoli, I believe, is faring fairly well as well after the initial assault. But then again, only its docks are by the sea. The rest of the city is atop a cliff, so...
So only the poor suffer.
Supposedly. Other than that, I know that some coastal villages have been raided and sacked. A couple of the minor towns have had insurgents and have suffered some damage, but the Emperor Baras managed to send out some troops to the various ones that we could reach around here and has been able to bolster their defenses. I know Moontide took a rather large hit, but the troops arrived there and have managed to shore up everything, and it seems to be managing for the moment.
That's good to hear.
So, have you all been debriefed yet, or are you?
We
I know
are
Talia
waiting.
has, but
Waiting for the summons.
I see.
Vierna then chokes on something. She's like,
Is that what we're calling it now? A debriefing?
yeah.
Well, I certainly removed your briefs.
Val just kind of tuts and sighs and just carries on with his food.
Vierna's actually giggling at food.
It's one way to describe it.
Xandal and I aren't there, right?
No, this is all happening whilst you're currently walking.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Now Vierna's grabbed a quick bite, she's just like, I think I'm going to take a moment to go and wash.
We have a hot spring. Did we tell you we have a hot spring? I can't remember if we showed you that.
I think she knows we've got a hot spring.
Yeah, I think I
Just goes,
cast
what's
the-
a hot spring? And dashes into a shadow.
Oh dear, so much for privacy for you on that one.
She's just like, nah, it's normal. Drow look at each other naked all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe
We
I
don't
should
care.
join you.
Gunter pops his head out the shadow and goes, oh my. I think I'll break out the good whiskey. Looks back into the shadow.
So, yeah, Vierna will go and scrub off
Okay.
the murkiness of the sea.
Yep. After about 30 minutes or so, Degris, you do arrive back at the Jester. You see a couple of the group currently eating at the table on the slightly elevated area. You do notice the picture of yourself there.
Admiral, brother. It's very nice. Well, I'm assuming it's very nice. Do I spot
Yep.
the goblin or not?
Roll me a perception check.
Here we go, boys.
Come on, that one.
I mean, yeah,
Oh
0.
my god!
God.
Beautiful
You
representation.
have a minus.
You look at this picture and you go, who is that stunning, handsome dwarf? I'd like
in,
to meet him.
am I in the mask or my normal face with the beard?
It's the normal face with the beard, but you don't even recognize this as yourself. You think it's too noble and too heroic.
That's
You're
pretty good.
like, who is this dwarf? I
That's
want to
pretty
meet
good.
this man.
That's a very good painting.
That's what I think, yeah.
Hey, look, it even has your thingy, and she'll like point to the.
The goblin.
Well, I guess it's now official that you're kind of part of the Armatae, now that you've got your own portrait above the fireplace.
That's brilliant. I'm gonna look up at the portrait and just smile.
What was
What
the
you
other
got over
portrait
there?
again?
What are you eating?
The other portraits of Blossom.
Ah,
Hey.
Blossom, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. What are they eating, or what's Balasar left with everyone else?
By this point, Balasar has eaten quite a lot of what was brought out, but there is still some cooked meats. A couple of the pancakes are left. A lot of the vegetable platter appears to have been untouched, strangely enough. And the Rook at this point has brought out also a platter of sort of cold fruits as sort of a dessert.
Right.
Think
I'll
just
eat
grab
some.
an ale.
I'll eat some, and then I will excuse myself to my room for the night. I guess we're getting on a bit.
Okay. Yep. The night comes and you all get a long rest.
Can I speak to Valdisian?
Yes.
No.
By the way, Xandal, it's not difficult for you to pick up a 100 gold piece gem. You know a local jeweler who is open,
Yeah.
and you
So
managed to
I'll-
pick that up on the way.
I'll do that. Yeah. Master Dragon Ball, may I have a moment of your time?
Sure, what's up? What's on your mind?
I've been working on plans for what you asked of me.
The hot plate.
Not the hot plate.
The breath thing.
The breath thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe it can be done.
Okay.
It is no cheap matter.
When you
there
say
is
no
no-
cheap matter, are we talking hundreds of gold or are we talking thousands of gold?
Thousands.
Okay. That may be something we have to put on the back burner for a little while then. It's certainly a little bit outside of what I
This
can
is
afford.
also why I need to speak to you.
Okay.
there is no guarantee that it will work.
Right.
What this requires a sacrifice of sorts.
Okay.
You will need a healer that you can trust, that isn't yourself or myself.
Right.
One that you will entrust your life unto.
Okay.
If it works, from my calculations, you will be able to store up to 3 charges.
Okay. Well, that's certainly...
But it will be linked directly to your own lifeline. So only you would be able to use it.
Okay. As I say, if it's thousands of gold, it's a little bit out of the price point I have at the moment. But knowing that it is a possibility means that in the future it's something that I can definitely look into. But thank you for kind of trying to plan it out.
Of course.
It was more of a trying to keep you occupied thing, because I know you like to have things going on in your brain and working out new plans and new inventions.
Of course.
But now that I know the price, I mean, the healer wouldn't be too much of an issue. There is a healer I trust with my life anyway, on a daily basis. But it would be a matter of gold. And then, as you say, it might not work anyway. So I would need that gold to be available. And even if I had that gold available, there's no guarantee that I would put it towards that and not put it towards helping somebody that has a lot less gold than me. There's a lot of gold to spend on something that could go to help other people.
Of course, but this is something for you to think on. I don't want you to make any rash judgment or hurry your thought.
Oh, not at all. No, I definitely wouldn't hurry. I mean, I couldn't hurry to 1,000 gold anyway, so...
Pardon me.
And certainly not multiple thousands of gold. It's more gold than I think I've ever seen, so... I appreciate your time looking into it and planning it out. And who knows, maybe it'll form the basis for something, another invention for you later down the line that isn't linked to me.
Well, thank you very much for your consideration.
Oh, I appreciate it. Are you drinking with us?
Why not?
And I kind of gesture back to the table and pour a round of drinks for whoever's left at the table.
Okay.
Also, just while most of the table is there, I'm just going to leave the suggestion that when it comes to the debriefing, we don't disclose the location of the forge or the ship.
Doesn't really. It's not important information. It's nothing to do with the fight.
Exactly.
There would be no need to.
Yeah.
The only counter for that is, what if they...
The ship, unfortunately, we do need to tell them that the cannon towers. I suppose we don't need to tell them that we know where they got them from. I don't know if that's important or not.
I mean, if we give them exact locations for where the city is, rather than like a rough location, at least they probably will avoid the ship. But I would suggest that we
do need to warn them of their cannons, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, we suggest that maybe not mention the forge or the ship, but mention we had looked in those areas and there were no hostiles there. That way, they won't go to those areas if they're looking for people. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Basically, only, for the ship itself, only bring it up if it's entirely necessary. But I think the forge is something important to Dagras. So
Yes, the
I'd
forge
ra-
is not important to this fight. We don't need to discuss
yeah,
it.
from Xandal's point of view, with his interest in it, he doesn't want other people taking what isn't theirs.
It's for the dwarves. It's nothing to do with
Yeah.
us.
For the dwarves.
For the dwarves!
Okay. So
Yeah.
you spend the night in merriment, drinking, and eating. Rook
And
keeping
building
your,
hot plates.
Rook keeping your flagons topped up and bringing out. He doesn't bring out any more proper meal stuff, but he brings out snacks and keeps you guys topped up for as long as you're sat at the table. Eventually,
I was just gonna say, can Tali have a quick discussion with Gunther? Only
Yes,
brief.
yeah, darling.
I was just thinking, I know we normally swap our necklaces back, but I have a feeling we'll be leaving pretty hastily after the meeting, most likely, so you should probably keep hold of it.
Alright, I got
And I
such
will keep hold
feeling
of
as
yours.
well. Yes, thank you. Just make sure you bring it back to me, yeah?
I will try.
As long as you try, then I'm sure you will succeed. Now, Spa.
Indeed, Spa.
He pulls a bottle out from behind him, and you can see it's some very good dwarvish whiskey.
Ooh, nice.
Let's go. And
Okay.
he runs, stripping as he goes, and as he gets to the spa, Vierna, if you're still in there, he runs and he goes, "Cannonball!" Dives in.
Tali are hot on his tail.
She's kind of still sat in place, but when she's kind of looking but double blinking, just like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. Anyway, the rest of you spent, like I say, the night is spent in merriment, talk, and drink and food. You all eventually retire to your rooms and spend the night in a long rest.
Yay!
And at this point, all those who were level 7, except Xandal, have reached level 8.
I'm level 6.
Oh yes, you were level 6.
Yeah.
So yes, everyone's reached level 8 now.
Nice.
And rather than go into the next bit now, I think
I
we
think
will
this is
end
probably a good
a little early.
Yeah.
So,
I'm up for that.
bit shorter
Yeah.
today, people, but people have work tomorrow, so yeah, kind of have to let that happen.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
do you know when our next session's going to be, though?
Yes, so our next session would have been on the 7th. Unfortunately, I'm unavailable. If the players are happy to reschedule again, we can try and find another date. If not, the next major game will be on the 21st.
I can't do the 21st, so it'll be
Yes,
a
I was
lot of
just gonna say, I
rescheduling.
think
Okay, so it may be a
okay.
one-shot on the 21st for anyone else who wants to join me.
I'll be up for one.
Either way, keep an eye on the Twitter, because we'll put it out on my Twitter if we are going to continue with Armatae on a different date.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will see what fits for everyone. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Stay safe. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.